You're not going to believe what happened to me last winter. I'm still not sure I believe it myself, but I've got to tell someone. My hands still shake when I think about it. I'm 72 years old, and I've been living alone in these mountains for almost 15 years now. My cabin sits about 12 miles up an old forestry road that most folks don't even know exists anymore. The county stopped maintaining it years ago, so it's just me and whoever's brave enough to drive a four-wheel drive up here. That's usually just the mail carrier once a week, and maybe a hunter or two during season. I moved up here after my husband passed. The city got too loud, too full of memories. Up here, the only sounds are wind through the aspens, stream water running over rocks, and the occasional elk stepping through my yard. It suits me fine. I've got my vegetable garden, a few chickens, and enough firewood to last through any winter, or so I thought. October had been unusually warm that year. I remember thinking it was strange because usually by the middle of the month I'd already had my first frost. But the leaves were still green on some trees, and I was still harvesting tomatoes from my garden well into November. The chickens were laying more eggs than usual, and even they seemed confused by the extended summer weather. The old-timers in town had been predicting a hard winter. They always do, but this time they seemed more serious about it. Every trip down the mountain for supplies, I'd hear the same warnings. Stock up early, get your firewood cut, make sure your roof can handle heavy snow. The kind of talk that makes you pay attention even when you've heard it all before. I'd been through plenty of mountain winters, but something about the way the weather was acting made me nervous. Animals were behaving strangely too. The squirrels were working overtime, burying nuts everywhere. Birds that should have migrated south weeks earlier were still hanging around like they couldn't decide what to do. Even my chickens were acting different, staying closer to the hen house and making more noise than usual. By late November, I'd cut and stacked more firewood than I'd ever stored before. My little root cellar was packed with preserved vegetables, canned goods, and emergency supplies. I'd even bought extra feed for the chickens and made sure my backup generator was in working order. Looking back, it's like some instinct was telling me to prepare for something bigger than a normal winter storm. The temperature drop came suddenly. On a Tuesday, it was still warm enough to work outside in a light jacket. By Wednesday morning, there was ice on the water bucket, and the weather radio was already talking about an unusual storm system forming in the west. The kind of storm they give names to and track like hurricanes. December hit us hard last year. By the third week, we'd already had more snow than most winters see total. The Weather Service kept talking about a massive storm system moving in from the west, something they were calling a once-in-a-decade event. I'd lived through plenty of bad weather, so I just did what I always do, checked my supplies, stacked extra wood by the door, and made sure the hen house was secure. But this felt different from the start. The air pressure was dropping so fast it made my ears pop. The wind patterns were wrong, too, coming from directions that usually meant tornado weather, not snow. The chickens stopped laying completely and huddled together in their hen house. Even during the day, my old bones were aching in ways they never had before. The first flakes started falling on Monday evening, tiny and hard like bits of ice. By Tuesday morning, we had 6 inches of the driest snow I'd ever seen. It didn't pack at all, just blew around like sand. The wind was constant, but not terrible yet, just steady enough to keep the snow moving and make it hard to see very far. I spent Tuesday checking on everything twice. The chickens had plenty of food and water, though they seemed agitated. The woodpile was covered and easily accessible. All my windows were secured, and I brought extra kerosene inside for the lamps. The generator was tested and ready, though I was hoping not to need it. Tuesday night, the real storm began. The storm hit on a Tuesday night. I remember because I'd been listening to the radio earlier and they were still talking about it like it might change course. But around 8, the wind started picking up, and by 9, I could barely see the hen house from my kitchen window. The transformation was incredible to watch. What had been steady but manageable wind suddenly turned into something alive and furious. The house started creaking in ways I'd never heard before, and snow began hitting the windows so hard it sounded like someone throwing handfuls of gravel at the glass. By 10, I couldn't see my own porch light from inside the house. The snow wasn't just falling anymore. It was moving horizontally, driven by winds that had to be gusting over 60 miles per hour. Trees that had stood for decades were bending like grass, and I could hear them snapping in the distance. Sharp cracks that cut through the howling wind. The temperature was dropping fast, too. My thermometer went from 20 degrees at sunset to below zero by midnight, and it kept falling. Even with the fire going full blast and every lamp lit, the house was getting cold. I could feel the heat being sucked right out through the walls. No matter how much wood I fed the fire, by midnight, I knew this was different. The wind wasn't just howling, it was screaming. Snow was coming down so thick, it looked like a white wall had been built right outside my windows. The temperature dropped so fast I could actually feel the cold creeping through the walls, even with the fire going strong. The power went out around 20 inches the morning. Not unusual for up here, but the timing wasn't great. I had plenty of candles and oil lamps, but the house started getting cold fast without the electric heater helping out. I threw another log on the fire and tried to get some sleep, but the noise was incredible. Trees were cracking like gunshots, and something kept banging against the side of the house. Sleep was impossible. Every few minutes, something would crash in the forest. Another tree going down, probably, and the sound would echo through the mountains like thunder. The wind was so loud it was hard to think, and the house was shaking with each gust. Around 30 inches the morning, I heard something different, a rhythmic thumping against the back wall of the house, too regular to be just debris in the wind. I grabbed a flashlight and checked every window I could safely reach, but the snow was so thick I couldn't see anything. The thumping continued for about 20 minutes, then stopped as suddenly as it had started. By dawn, the storm was still raging, but had settled into a pattern. The wind would howl for 10 or 15 minutes, then calm down to almost nothing, then pick up again even stronger than before. During the calm periods, I could hear the settling and cracking of snow and ice, the sound of a landscape being completely transformed. I managed to get the door open during one of the calmer moments and looked out at a world I didn't recognize. The snow was already 3 feet deep and still falling hard. My truck was completely buried, just a white mound where I knew it was parked. The path to the henhouse had vanished entirely, and the henhouse itself was half buried in a drift. The chickens were still alive. I could hear them clucking anxiously in their shelter, but there was no way I could get to them safely. I'd have to wait for the storm to pass and then dig them out. At least the henhouse was sturdy and well insulated. They'd be cold and scared, but they'd survive. Wednesday was worse than Tuesday night. The storm had intensified overnight, and now the snow was coming down so fast I couldn't see my own hand when I held it out in front of my face. The wind was constant, no more calm periods, just endless howling that made the house shake. I spent the day feeding the fire and checking for leaks or damage. The roof was holding, but I could hear ice building up in the gutters. A few of the windows were developing frost on the inside despite the fire. The cold was winning slowly but steadily. Around noon, the banging started again. This time it was on the front of the house near the door, rhythmic thumping like something was trying to get in. I peered through the window but couldn't see anything except swirling snow. The sound continued for hours, sometimes stopping for a while, then starting up again from a different location. I started to wonder if it was an animal, maybe an elk or moose, seeking shelter from the storm. But the sound was too purposeful, too regular. It was like something was testing the house, checking for weak points or ways inside. By evening, I was starting to worry about my supplies. I'd used more firewood than expected because of the extreme cold, and I was burning through my lamp oil faster than usual too. If the storm lasted much longer, I might have to start rationing heat. The banging stopped around sunset, but by then I was too on edge to relax. Every sound the house made had me jumping. Every gust of wind sounded like footsteps on the roof. I kept checking the locks on the doors, even though I knew nothing human could be out there in this weather. Wednesday night was a test of endurance. The storm had been going for over 24 hours, and there was no sign of it slowing down. If anything, it seemed to be getting worse. The wind was so loud I couldn't hear myself think, and the cold was seeping through every crack and crevice in the walls. I pulled my mattress into the main room close to the fireplace and tried to sleep there. It was warmer than the bedroom, but still cold enough that I needed every blanket I owned. The fire had to be fed every hour, which meant I never got more than 40 or 50 minutes of sleep at a time. Around 10, I heard something that made my blood run cold. It was crying. Not the wind, not tree branches rubbing together, but actual crying like a baby. But deeper, somehow more resonant. At first, I thought the storm was playing tricks on my ears, but the sound continued even during the brief moments when the wind died down. The crying seemed to be coming from outside somewhere near the house. It was faint but persistent, rising and falling like a baby's wail, but with an undertone that was definitely not human. My first thought was that it might be a wild cat or some other animal, but I'd never heard anything quite like it. I tried to ignore it and get some sleep, but the sound kept pulling at me. There was something about it that was deeply distressing, a quality that seemed to reach right into my chest and squeeze my heart. It wasn't just the cry of an animal in distress. It was the sound of something young and helpless and terrified. The second night was worse. The storm just wouldn't quit. I'd been through the routine, checked the fire, checked the windows for ice buildup, make sure nothing was leaking. I was getting ready for bed when I heard something that stopped me cold. The crying was clearer now, definitely coming from right outside the house. During a brief lull in the wind, I could hear it plainly. 3 distinct voices, all young, all in distress. The sounds they were making weren't quite like anything I'd heard before, but the emotion behind them was unmistakable. Whatever was out there was cold, scared, and probably dying. I grabbed my flashlight and heavy coat. Common sense told me to stay inside, but something about that sound pulled at me. It was the kind of crying that meant something was hurt and scared. I'd raised 3 children and helped with countless grandchildren over the years, and that instinct to respond to a baby's cry was too strong to ignore. The cold hit me like a physical blow when I opened the door. The wind tried to tear the flashlight right out of my hands, and the snow was so thick I could barely breathe. But the crying was clearer now, coming from the side of the house where the foundation meets the ground. I followed the sound, stepping carefully because the snow was already up past my knees in most places and over my waist where it had drifted. The wind kept trying to push me off balance, and several times I had to grab onto the side of the house to keep from falling. When I got around to the side of the cabin, my flashlight beam caught something dark huddled against the stone foundation. At first, I thought it was a pile of old branches or maybe some trash that had blown in during the storm. Then it moved, and I realized I was looking at something alive. There were 3 of them pressed together against the cold stone. They were small, maybe the size of 3-year-old children, but their proportions were all wrong. Their arms and legs were too long, their torsos too broad. They were covered in dark brown fur that was matted and stiff with ice crystals, but it was their faces that stopped me cold. They weren't quite human, and they weren't quite animal. Something in between. The bone structure was more human than ape, but the proportions were different. Larger eye sockets, a more pronounced brow ridge, a flatter nose. Their eyes were enormous and dark, and when they looked up at me, I saw intelligence there. Not animal intelligence, something much deeper and more complex. They were dying. I could see that right away. Their breathing was shallow and labored, their bodies shaking so violently they could barely stay upright. Ice had formed on their fur, their eyelashes, even around their nostrils. Whatever they were just babies, and they were freezing to death against my house. I didn't think about what they might be or whether they could be dangerous. All I saw were 3 small creatures that desperately needed help. The maternal instinct that had driven me outside was stronger than any fear or confusion about what I was looking at. I pulled off my heavy coat and wrapped it around all 3 of them as best I could. They didn't resist or try to run away. If anything, they seemed to understand that I was trying to help. They made soft, whimpering sounds and pressed closer to my warmth. Their small hands, and they were definitely hands with opposable thumbs and individual fingers clutching at my clothes. They were heavier than I expected, dense and solid, like children who'd been well fed. But I managed to gather them all. One was noticeably smaller than the other 2, maybe a year or so younger, and it seemed weaker. The 2 larger ones kept making soft sounds to their smallest companion, as if trying to reassure it. Getting them inside was a struggle. The wind kept trying to push me off balance, and I couldn't see much with my arms full and my flashlight tucked under my arm. Snow was blowing directly into my face, and more than once, I had to stop and feel my way along the wall of the house to make sure I was going in the right direction. When I finally got the door open and stumbled into the relative warmth of the cabin, the difference was overwhelming. The creatures in my arms seemed to feel it immediately. Their shivering intensified at first, as if their bodies were shocked by the change in temperature, then gradually began to ease. I set them down in front of the fireplace and wrapped them in every blanket I could find. Their fur was so cold it felt like touching ice, and they were shivering so violently I was afraid they might be having some kind of seizure. I could see ice crystals everywhere on their fur, their eyelashes, around their nostrils and mouths. I built up the fire as much as I dared and moved them as close to it as possible without risking burns. They seemed to understand what fire was and didn't try to touch it, but they pressed as close as they could get and held their hands out toward the warmth. Their hands were fascinating and disturbing at the same time. They were definitely not human, but they weren't animal paws either. The fingers were longer than human fingers, with an extra joint that allowed them to bend in ways mine couldn't. The thumbs were positioned differently too, giving them a grip that looked incredibly strong and versatile. I warmed some milk on the wood stove, testing it carefully to make sure it wasn't too hot. When I offered it to them, they looked at the cup with obvious intelligence, understanding what I was offering, but uncertain whether to trust me. The largest of the 3 creatures reached out tentatively and touched the cup, then pulled its hand back as if testing the temperature. Finding it acceptable, it took the cup in both hands and drank slowly, watching me over the rim with those enormous, dark eyes. The middle-sized one was more hesitant. It looked back and forth between me and its largest companion, clearly wanting the warmth and nourishment, but afraid to take it. The largest one made soft sounds to it, a kind of gentle crooning that seemed to be encouragement. Finally, the middle one accepted its own cup and drank. The smallest was the most frightened, clinging to the others and refusing to take anything from me directly until its siblings coaxed it gently. I gave them small pieces of bread and some leftover stew that I warmed on the stove. They ate carefully, examining each piece of food before putting it in their mouths. Their table manners were surprisingly good. They didn't grab or snatch, and they seemed to understand the concept of sharing, with the 2 larger ones always making sure the smallest got its portion first. What struck me most was how they communicated with each other. They made soft sounds, not quite language, but definitely meaningful. The largest one seemed to be taking care of the other 2, offering them food first, making sure they stayed close to the fire, touching them gently when they seemed frightened. They never took their eyes off me while they ate, not in an aggressive or threatening way, but with intense curiosity. They were studying me just as carefully as I was studying them, trying to figure out what I was and whether I meant them harm. When they had eaten enough to take the edge off their hunger, they huddled together near the fire and seemed to relax for the first time since I'd brought them inside. Their shivering had stopped, and their breathing was deeper and more regular. The smallest one actually fell asleep, curled between its two companions. I didn't sleep at all that first night. I kept the fire going and watched them breathe, making sure they were getting warmer and stronger. Part of me was terrified. I mean, what were these things? Where had they come from? But mostly, I just felt protective. They were so small and vulnerable, and they'd been so close to death when I found them. Around dawn, their condition had improved dramatically. They were no longer shivering, and their fur had dried out and fluffed up, making them look larger and healthier. They seemed stronger too, more alert and curious about their surroundings. The largest one got up and began exploring the cabin, moving carefully and touching things gently. It seemed particularly interested in my books, running its fingers over the covers and opening them to look at the pages. It couldn't read, obviously, but it seemed to understand that the marks on the paper meant something. The other two stayed close to the fire, but watched everything their largest companion did with interest. When the largest one found a small hand mirror on my dresser, all three of them were fascinated by their reflections. They touched the glass gently, then looked behind the mirror to see where the images were coming from. Their intelligence was undeniable. They weren't just smart animals. They were thinking, reasoning beings with curiosity and problem-solving abilities. When they encountered something they didn't understand, they didn't just react instinctively. They studied it, experimented with it, tried to figure out how it worked. Around mid-morning, they started making different sounds, softer, more musical tones that seemed to be directed at me. It took me a while to realize they were trying to communicate gratitude. The largest one kept pointing to itself, then to its companions, then to me, making gentle sounds each time. I started talking to them, keeping my voice soft and calm. They seemed to like the sound of human speech, even though they couldn't understand the words. They'd tilt their heads and listen intently, sometimes making soft responses that sounded almost like they were trying to join the conversation. The blizzard kept going for 2 more days. The wind never stopped completely, and the snow continued falling at a rate I'd never seen before. By Thursday morning, I couldn't even see the henhouse anymore. It was completely buried under a drift that had to be 8 or 9 feet deep. The creatures, I'd started thinking of them as children somehow, settled into a routine with surprising ease. They helped me tend the fire, bringing me small pieces of wood from the pile by the door. They seemed to understand that the fire was essential for warmth and life, and they were careful never to let it burn too low. They watched everything I did with intense concentration, as if they were trying to learn how human things worked. When I cooked, they stood nearby and observed every step of the process. When I read, they sat quietly and listened to the sound of my voice, sometimes making soft sounds that seemed like questions or comments. The smallest one was shyer than its companions, but it was also more affectionate. It would sit close to me while I worked on small tasks, sometimes reaching out to touch my hand or arm gently. The middle one was cautious but curious, always observing before participating. The largest one was more independent and adventurous, always exploring something new or trying to figure out how things worked. They learned incredibly quickly. By the second day, they understood basic cause and effect relationships around the cabin. They knew that wood made fire burn brighter, that fire made warmth, that warmth was good. They knew that certain sounds I made meant I was pleased with them, and others meant I wanted them to be careful. Most amazingly, they seemed to understand the concept of helping without being asked or trained. They started anticipating what I needed and trying to provide it. If I was struggling to reach something, one of them would get it for me. If I was working on a task that required multiple hands, they'd step in to assist. Their concern for each other was touching to watch. The two larger ones constantly checked on their smallest companion, making sure it was warm enough, fed enough, safe enough. The smallest one looked to its companions for guidance and reassurance, but also showed remarkable independence for something so young. By Thursday evening, it felt natural having them there. They'd found their places in the cabin's daily routine, and their presence was comforting rather than frightening. When I sat by the fire to read in the evening, they'd settle down nearby, the smallest one often falling asleep against my leg, while the other two listened to my voice. Friday morning, I woke up to an unusual silence. The storm hadn't stopped completely, but the wind had died down enough that I could hear individual sounds again. The settling of snow, the creaking of tree branches, the distant call of a bird that had somehow survived the blizzard. The creatures seemed to sense the change immediately. They went to the windows and looked out at the snow-covered landscape, then back at me, then at the door. For the first time since I'd brought them inside, they seemed restless, even agitated. I bundled up and went outside to assess the damage and check on the chickens. The world had been completely transformed. Snow was piled higher than my head in some places, and the familiar landmarks of my property were buried or unrecognizable. Several large trees had come down, and my usual paths were impassable. The creatures followed me to the door, but wouldn't step outside. They stood in the doorway, sniffing the air and making soft sounds to each other that seemed different from their usual communication. There was an urgency to their behavior that made me nervous, though I couldn't pinpoint why. The chickens had survived, though they were cold and traumatized. Their water had frozen solid, and they had eaten most of their emergency food supply. I spent an hour digging them out and making sure they had fresh food and water, all while the three creatures watched from the doorway with obvious concern. That's when I saw the tracks. They were enormous, at least 18 inches long and 8 inches wide at their widest point. They looked almost human, but with much longer toes and what appeared to be claw marks at the tips. The stride length was incredible too, suggesting something much taller and more powerful than any human. The tracks came from deep in the forest, wound around my house several times, then headed back into the woods in a different direction. They were fresh, made sometime after the snow had stopped falling, but before I'd come outside, something large had been checking out my property while I slept. I followed the tracks with my eyes as far as I could see into the forest. They moved in a purposeful pattern, not wandering or meandering like an animal's tracks might. Whoever or whatever had made them knew exactly where they were going and what they were looking for. The tracks went right up to my walls, under my windows, around to the exact spot where I'd found the three small creatures. Then they circled the house twice before heading back into the deep woods in a straight line. My heart started beating faster as the implications sank in. These tracks belonged to the family of the creatures I'd rescued. Parents, siblings, maybe an entire group had come looking for the missing babies. They'd found the house where their children were being sheltered, confirmed they were safe, and then retreated to wait. I looked back at the three small faces watching me from the doorway. They were making new sounds now, not quite whimpering, but not quite calling either. Their whole bodies were tense with anticipation, and they kept looking toward the woods where the tracks disappeared. The largest one came outside for the first time, stepping carefully in the deep snow, but moving with obvious purpose toward the edge of the forest. It stopped about 20 feet from the house and made a series of calls, louder than any sounds I'd heard from any of them before, carrying clearly through the still air. From somewhere deep in the woods came an answering call, low and resonant, unmistakably similar to what the young one had made, but much deeper and more powerful. The sound seemed to come from multiple directions at once, as if there were several large creatures spread out through the forest. The other two creatures joined their largest companion outside, and all three of them began making excited sounds toward the woods. They were talking to their family, I realized, letting them know they were alive and well, probably explaining what had happened to them. The sounds from the forest grew closer, and more numerous. What had started as distant calls became a complex conversation involving multiple voices of different pitches and tones. Some were definitely adult voices, deep and powerful. Others sounded younger, possibly adolescents or other children. I could hear movement in the woods now, the sound of large bodies pushing through snow and undergrowth. Branches were breaking, and snow was falling from disturbed aspen boughs. Whatever was out there, there were a lot of them, and they were big. The three young creatures became more and more excited as their family approached. They were practically dancing in the snow, making joyful sounds, and gesturing toward the house, toward me, toward the woods. They seemed to be explaining their adventure, describing how they'd been rescued and cared for. Then I saw the first adult. It stepped out from behind a massive aspen tree about 50 yards away. Even at that distance, its size was overwhelming. It had to be 8 feet tall at least, with shoulders broader than any human I'd ever seen. Its body was covered in the same dark brown fur as the young ones, but there was nothing childlike about its build or bearing. It looked directly at me and went perfectly still, studying me with obvious intelligence. I felt like I was being evaluated, assessed for threat level and intent. The three young creatures ran toward it, calling out in excited voices, but the adult held up one enormous hand, and they stopped immediately. More adults appeared between the trees. I lost count after a dozen, but there were definitely more than that. They moved silently despite their size, positioning themselves in a loose circle around my property. It was clearly a coordinated effort, the kind of tactical thinking that required communication and planning. The largest one, obviously the leader of the group, stepped forward. It was even bigger than the others, maybe 9 feet tall, with scars across its chest and arms that spoke of a long and dangerous life. Its eyes were the same dark color as the young ones, but there was nothing gentle about its expression. The leader approached slowly and deliberately, each step clearly calculated. It never took its eyes off me, and I could see it was ready to react instantly if I made any threatening moves. The other adults maintained their positions in the circle, effectively surrounding me, though they kept their distance. When the leader was about 20 feet away, it stopped and made a sound I'll never forget. A deep, rumbling vocalization that seemed to come from its chest rather than its throat. It wasn't quite a growl, but it was definitely a sound of authority and power. The three young creatures responded immediately, moving to a position halfway between me and their leader. They began making rapid, excited sounds, gesturing toward me, toward the house, toward themselves. They were telling their story, I realized, explaining how they'd been caught in the storm, how I'd found them and brought them inside, how I'd fed them and kept them warm. The leader listened without interrupting, its gaze never leaving my face. I could see it processing the information, trying to understand the relationship between its children and this strange human who had sheltered them. Other adults moved closer during this explanation, close enough that I could see the intelligence in their eyes, the family resemblances between them and the young ones. Some were clearly females with slightly smaller builds and more delicate features. Others were obviously males, larger and more heavily muscled. What struck me most was how human-like their behavior was despite their non-human appearance. They stood upright naturally, used their hands expressively while communicating, and showed clear emotional responses to what the young ones were telling them. This wasn't just a group of animals. It was a family with all the complex relationships and dynamics that implied. The leader continued to study me while the young ones finished their story. When they were done, it looked back and forth between them and me several times, processing the information and coming to some kind of decision. Then something remarkable happened. One of the young creatures, the largest one that had been bravest throughout their stay, ran back to me and took my hand. It led me forward a few steps, then gestured toward its family leader while making soft, musical sounds. I understood what it was doing. It was introducing me, vouching for me, making it clear that I was a friend rather than a threat. The other two joined us, taking my other hand and surrounding me while adding their own voices to the introduction. The leader's expression began to change. The wariness didn't disappear completely, but it was joined by something that might have been gratitude or respect. It looked at its children, all three obviously healthy and unharmed despite their ordeal, then back at me. Slowly, deliberately, the massive creature lowered its head toward me. It wasn't quite a bow, but it was definitely a gesture of acknowledgement and respect, understanding that I had helped its children when they needed it most. One by one, every other adult in the group did the same thing. A dozen enormous heads lowering in my direction, a moment of recognition that transcended species boundaries. It was the most profound nonverbal communication I'd ever experienced. After the moment of acknowledgement, the leader gently but firmly called its children to come forward. They looked back at me with obvious reluctance, making sounds that seemed like attempts to explain or apologize for having to leave. I knelt down in the snow and let them approach me one last time. The smallest one pressed against me briefly, making a soft sound that could only be described as affectionate. The middle one touched my shoulder gently, as if trying to offer comfort. The largest one touched my face gently with one hand, then made a complex series of sounds that felt like a thank you in any language. I tried to speak to them to let them know that caring for them had been my privilege, not my burden. I don't think they understood my words, but they seemed to understand my tone and intent. All three of them touched my hands one final time before stepping back toward their family. The leader made a low sound, and immediately the entire group began moving toward the forest. The young ones stayed close to their parents, but they kept looking back at me until the trees blocked them from view. Within minutes, they had vanished completely. The forest swallowed them up as if they had never been there at all. If not for the tracks in the snow and the memories burned into my mind, I might have convinced myself the whole thing had been a dream. The silence after they left was deafening. For 4 days, my cabin had been full of soft sounds, gentle movement, the presence of beings who were learning and growing and communicating. Now it was just me again, and the quiet felt oppressive. I spent the rest of the day in a daze going through the motions of normal activities, but unable to stop thinking about what I'd experienced. The cabin felt huge and empty without my small visitors. I kept expecting to hear their soft calls or see them bringing me pieces of wood for the fire. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying every moment of the encounter, from finding them nearly frozen to death to watching them disappear into the forest with their family. Had it really happened? The rational part of my mind insisted it must have been some kind of hallucination brought on by isolation and storm stress. But the evidence was undeniable. The blankets they'd used still smelled different, carrying a wild, outdoorsy scent that wasn't quite like any animal I knew. The cups they'd drunk from were exactly where I'd left them after washing up. And most convincingly, their tracks were still visible in the snow around the house alongside the enormous prints of their family members. I realized that I'd been changed by the experience in ways I was only beginning to understand. For 4 days, I'd been responsible for 3 beings who were entirely dependent on me for survival. I'd felt protective, maternal, connected to something larger than myself in a way I hadn't experienced since my own children were young. Over the next few days, I found myself looking for signs of my former guests. Sometimes I thought I caught glimpses of movement in the distant trees, but I was never sure if it was them or just shadows and wishful thinking. Small things around the property began to change in ways that made me wonder. My wood pile, which had been somewhat haphazardly stacked, appeared more organized when I went out to get fuel for the fire. Fallen branches that had been blocking paths were moved aside, though I hadn't touched them. Most significantly, I started finding small offerings at the edge of my property, smooth stones arranged in patterns, bundles of dried berries, pieces of bark with interesting natural designs. They appeared overnight and were always placed where I'd be sure to notice them during my daily routines. I began leaving offerings of my own, pieces of bread, fruit from my pantry, sometimes small tools, or bright objects that I thought might interest them. They were always gone by morning, though that could have been any number of forest animals. The sense of being watched wasn't frightening. It felt protective. I had the distinct impression that my property was being guarded, that something was looking out for me the way I had looked out for the 3 young ones during the storm. As winter progressed into spring, my understanding of what had happened continued to evolve. I'd encountered a family of beings that most people would consider mythological, but they were as real as the trees and mountains around me. They had intelligence, emotions, family bonds, and social structures that paralleled human society in many ways. More than that, they had demonstrated something that transcended species boundaries, the ability to recognize kindness and respond with gratitude. The brief time I'd spent caring for their young ones had created a bond that continued long after they had returned to their forest home. Spring brought new evidence of their continued presence. Wild flowers appeared in my garden in patterns too deliberate to be natural. My vegetable seedlings were protected from late frosts by carefully placed pine boughs that I hadn't put there. The hen house, which had suffered some storm damage, was mysteriously repaired one night with materials and techniques I didn't recognize. I began to understand that I was no longer just a solitary human living in the mountains. I was part of a larger community, one that included neighbors I would never see in daylight, but who were watching over me nonetheless. The thought should have been unsettling, but instead it was deeply comforting. Summer brought more subtle signs of my unseen neighbors. Paths through the forest that I used regularly were kept clear of fallen branches and debris. Dangerous areas where erosion had made footing treacherous were marked with carefully placed stones or sticks. It was as if someone was maintaining the mountains specifically for my safety and convenience. The offerings continued too, evolving with the seasons. Summer brought arrangements of berries and edible plants, always varieties I recognized as safe and nutritious. Fall brought nuts and seeds carefully sorted and cleaned. The presentation was always thoughtful, arranged in ways that showed care and consideration. I started spending more time outdoors, partly hoping for another glimpse of my mysterious neighbors, but mostly because the forest felt safer and more welcoming than it ever had before. I would sit on my porch in the evenings and sometimes hear distant sounds. Not quite voices, but not random forest noise either. Conversations, perhaps, or maybe songs. The chickens had become braver too, venturing farther from their hen house than they ever had before. It was as if they sensed the protective presence in the forest and knew they were safe from predators. Indeed, I never lost a single bird to foxes or hawks that summer, despite them ranging freely through areas where losses had been common before. When December came round again, I found myself thinking constantly about the anniversary of my encounter. A full year had passed since that incredible blizzard, since I'd found 3 small creatures dying in the snow and changed both their lives and mine forever. The winter was milder that year with regular snowfalls, but nothing approaching the ferocity of the previous year's storm. I was almost disappointed. Part of me had been hoping for another opportunity to help, another chance to demonstrate that humans could be trusted. On the exact anniversary of the night I'd found them, I heard familiar sounds outside my cabin. Not crying this time, but soft calls that I recognized immediately. I looked out the window and saw tracks in the fresh snow. Not the enormous adult prints I'd seen before, but smaller ones. Young adult size, perhaps, or late adolescent. I put on my coat and went outside, following the tracks to the edge of my property. There, barely visible in the moonlight, were 3 figures standing at the tree line. They were much larger than they'd been as babies, but still smaller than the adults I'd seen that day in the snow. The same 3 children, now nearly grown. They didn't approach the house, but they stood there for several minutes, occasionally making soft sounds in my direction. I had the distinct impression they were saying hello, checking on me, letting me know they were well, and hadn't forgotten what I'd done for them. I called out softly, thanking them for coming, telling them how good it was to see them again. They seemed to understand my tone, even if they couldn't comprehend my words. One of them, I thought it might be the smallest one from the year before, raised what might have been a hand in something that looked very much like a wave. The other two made gentle sounds that seemed like farewells. Then they melted back into the forest, leaving only their tracks and my overwhelming sense of gratitude for this brief reunion. That visit established a pattern that continued for years. Every winter, usually around the anniversary of our first meeting, I would receive some sign that they remembered. Sometimes it was tracks in the snow, sometimes distant calls. Once a small pile of pine cones arranged on my porch in a pattern that spelled out what could have been a crude attempt at letters. The protective presence never left either. I lived through several more harsh winters and difficult summers, but I never felt truly alone or endangered. Food was always supplemented by wild offerings when my own supplies ran low. Potential hazards around my property were marked or eliminated before I encountered them. My water line, which should have frozen solid during particularly cold spells, somehow never did. I began to realize that what I'd experienced wasn't just a chance encounter, it was an adoption of sorts. By saving their children, I'd become part of their extended family. The rules and obligations that govern their relationships with each other now applied to me as well. This understanding brought both comfort and responsibility. I was careful never to abuse the protection I was receiving, never to take unnecessary risks or behave in ways that might endanger my unseen guardians. I also made sure to continue offering what I could: food, simple tools, bright objects that might be useful or interesting to them. Soon, I'll have to pack up my few possessions and leave this mountain for the last time. I'll move to a small apartment in town where I can receive the medical care and daily assistance that my aging body requires. It will be comfortable and safe, but it won't be home. The life I've lived here, the relationship we've shared, has been the greatest privilege of my existence. To be trusted by beings who have every reason to fear and avoid humans. To be accepted as family by a species not my own. I can't imagine a greater honor. That's all I have to say about it. Make of it what you will. But if you're ever alone in the wilderness and you hear something calling for help, I hope you'll remember that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's doing the right thing even when you're terrified. For more interesting stories, check this out.
It's behind that tree.
Nana, what is that?
The heck is that?
From hidden nighttime hunters to odd wonders in the darkness, prepare for a journey into the unknown as we showcase the unusual, spine-chilling, and breathtaking moments in the wild. Veiled Lady. Someone is exploring a deserted building, minding their own business, when they stumble upon something super eerie. A room all dark and mysterious, and as the light sneaks in, there is this strange figure. It looks like a person sitting on the floor, covered head to toe in a black veil, like a spooky lady straight out of a ghost story. Now, this figure isn't moving at all. The person with the camera zooms in, and as the face comes into view, it's not what you'd expect. The face is all creepy and not human-like at all. It's got the weird gray color like a monster from a scary movie. But here's the real shocker. When the camera gets closer, the covered figure suddenly opens its mouth and boom, pointy teeth like something out of a nightmare show up. Here is the really strange part. Nobody has explained what this creature is. It's just one of those super creepy sightings that gives you the chills. Imagine finding something like that while exploring. Yikes. The creepy monster entered the room. In a poorly lit room, a man nervously handles his camera, trying to capture the creepy feeling filling the space. He feels uneasy as he tries to record strange sensations appearing out of nowhere. The dark door slowly opens, giving him a chill. Suddenly, a huge and spooky figure quietly enters, making everything feel weird and unreal. The man's hands shake as he struggles to understand this crazy intrusion. Creepy shadows move on the walls, turning the once familiar room into a mysterious puzzle. Fear thickens the air, making the man even more tense. The strange figure, a scary presence, stays in the camera shot, capturing everyone's attention and sending chills down their spines. The room, once a safe place, now feels strangely threatening, adding to the growing sense of fear in every corner. As the man deals with the unfolding terror, the camera captures all the scary details, increasing the viewer's own sense of curiosity and fear. The mysterious event in the dim room becomes a silent mystery, leaving those who watch it both intrigued and spooked by the unexplainable things happening. Strange events happened. A bunch of friends went for a relaxed drive, capturing their fun moments on video. Little did they know that their easygoing adventure would turn into something mysterious and spooky. While cruising down the road, a strange person suddenly appeared out of nowhere. This mysterious man walked in a creepy way, like something out of a scary movie, making the day feel weird and eerie. But that is not where the surprises stop.
Oh my god, what's that? What?
In another part of their recorded day, the friends were in a kitchen, happily clueless about what was about to happen. Out of the blue, a second person showed up, dressed up as Bigfoot. The unexpected sight of this creature startled the group, mixing feelings of fear and curiosity. The surprising costume and the sudden appearance created a spooky vibe, making this day unforgettable for everyone. The video not only caught their scared and amazed faces, but also the uneasy feeling that hung in the air. What was supposed to be a day of laughs and friendship turned into something strange and surreal. The weird walk and the Bigfoot surprise turned a regular outing into a memorable and slightly scary experience, leaving a lasting memory for the whole group. This day, full of odd events, became a part of their shared stories, ensuring they would remember it for a long time.
It works every time. Hoffman!
Spinning spider. Get ready for a wild spider story caught on a trail camera. So, this 8-legged artist is just chilling, spinning its web like it's weaving a masterpiece. Suddenly, a fly walks into its trap. Dinner time! But hold on, the spider's got some tactics up its web. Instead of going for a quick snack, this clever spider takes a detour. It goes all secret agent, poisoning the fly and wrapping it up like a spider-sized burrito. It's like the spider saying, "Hold up, I've got plans for you, Mr. Fly." The video unfolds like a suspenseful drama. The fly, now all wrapped up in silk, gets the to-be-continued treatment. The spider, being the patient genius it is, decides to save the meal for later. It's like a spider's version of takeout, but with more silk and less delivery. Days pass and the wrapped-up fly just hangs there, a suspenseful spider snack waiting to happen. It's a quirky reminder that even in the tiny world of spiders, there's a strategy to every meal. Who knew the spider's dining etiquette could be so suspenseful? Nature's dinner theater at its finest. Wolf attack.
Oh, hey little coyote. Ow! Come here. Can we be friends?
In the jungle, a guy excitedly recorded a video when he stumbled upon what he thought was a wolf in a hole, but turned out to be a puppy. Eager to make friends, he reached out to pet the little guy, but to his surprise, the puppy bit his hand. Undeterred, the guy attempted to coax the puppy out of the hole, only to be met with more bites. In a twist of fate, his efforts to rescue the reluctant puppy led to a comedic yet unfortunate series of events. As he persisted, the guy unintentionally ended up biting his own hand while the puppy remained firmly in the hole. Uninterested in the friendship the guy was offering, it's a quirky tale of good intentions gone awry in the heart of the jungle, where the would-be friends found themselves in a comical struggle for companionship. Sometimes, even the simplest encounters can take unexpected turns.
Come here. Let me pet you. Ouch! Ow! Ow! Come here. Let me be friends. Come here, little coyote.
spider amazing skills. Check out this cool trail camera footage capturing a spider doing its thing. And it's not your ordinary web. This 8-legged architect is spinning an incredible net, showcasing skills that'll make your jaw drop. The video unfolds, revealing the spider diligently weaving its intricate home. It's like a mini construction project in the wild. The spider's net takes center stage, and you can't help but be amazed at the precision and artistry in its web-making game. The whole scene is a mesmerizing display of nature's wonders. Just net after net, forming a unique home for our industrious arachnid friend. There's something strangely fascinating about watching a creature with such a peculiar skill set. It's like the spider is an expert craftsman, creating a masterpiece with nothing but silk and determination. So dive into this captivating world where a spider turns into a skilled architect, proving once again that nature's creations are nothing short of incredible. Maned wolf. Imagine this bizarre scene caught on camera. A creature that's neither deer, fox, nor wolf, but something straight out of a mystery novel. Picture a long-legged fox with a twist. It's more manly wolf than anything else. The video showcases this strange critter challenging our usual expectations of wildlife. Delving into this genetic realm, scientists have done their detective work, and guess what? This oddball isn't your typical fox or wolf. It's a whole different species. It's like stumbling upon a creature that defies the usual categories we have for animals. The video unfolds, revealing the long legs, the fox-like appearance, and that distinct maned wolf touch. It's like nature threw a curveball, creating a species that keeps us scratching our heads. No need for heavy scientific terms here, just good old mystery creature that adds a touch of weird wonder to the wild. Dog versus leopard. Out in the woods, there's this wild scene caught on a trail camera. Imagine a dog just chilling on the road by the forest, doing its dog thing. Then, out of nowhere, a leopard storms in for an unexpected attack. It's chaos, claws, fur, and real wildlife showdown. But here's the twist. The dog doesn't back down. In the midst of the scuffle, it unleashes a barrage of loud barks, echoing through the forest. The leopard, taken aback, pauses mid-bite, looking downright stunned. The dog's bark seems to flip the script. You can almost see the leopard thinking, wait, what just happened? It's a crazy turn of events in the middle of nature's theater. Nature's full of surprises, and this video captures a real-life drama. From a peaceful road scene to a sudden face-off between a dog and a leopard. Who would have thought? The forest holds its own stories, and this unexpected clash is just a glimpse into the unpredictable world of the wild. Alligator attack. In the zoo, there's this alligator, right? So there's this funny thing that happened. A girl had a poster, and the alligator, being a bit of a drama queen, thought it was a real person staring at him. Like, seriously? So, guess what? Mr. Gator decides to go all action hero on the poster, thinking he's defending himself from danger. The trail camera caught the whole scene. This gator launching an attack on a harmless piece of paper. Imagine that. It's like he mistook a poster for a human threat. The poor thing was just standing there all straight, minding its own business. The alligator must have been like, no way, I'm not letting this potential danger stare me down. But surprise, surprise, it was just a poster, not a sneaky human. Talk about overreacting, right? The video's a hilarious reminder that even tough alligators can have a case of mistaken identity. Life in the zoo sure keeps everyone on their toes, even if you're just a poster minding your own business in a cage. Mysterious stick insect. In a bright forest during the day, something strange happened. A video showed a regular stick, or so it seemed at first. But as you watched, it turned out this wasn't any ordinary stick. Nature played a trick, turning it into something else. a bug pretending to be wood like an undercover actor in the forest play. The switch occurred when this bug, acting like a stick, moved onto a leafy stage. Suddenly, it wasn't a piece of wood anymore. Its limbs, looking like stretched hands and feet, came to life. The forest floor became its special stage, and the bug, like a puppet master, strolled on its new animated legs. In those quick moments of the video, reality and make-believe danced together, blurring what was real and what wasn't. The video told a mysterious story, inviting everyone to think about the hidden surprises in everyday things. It showed how even a simple stick could keep secrets, turning into a mystery of a living act. Grizzly Feast. A grizzly bear grabbed a moose calf directly in front of its mother on the beach, turning a normally serene scene into a dramatic one. The peaceful scene changed to a stage in the woods where the harsh realities of nature were on display. Driven by instinct, the grizzly took its prey, leaving the mother moose devastated and defenseless. The beach, which had previously been a peaceful setting, was the scene of an emotional instance of wild survival. The devastating scene was a reflection of the circle of life, where predators secure their prey and prey encounters the harsh realities of the natural world. The moose mother wept as the grizzly enjoyed its feast by the sea, a moving depiction of the harsh but magnificent story that the rhythms of the coastal wilderness penned. Clash of bighorns. Two bighorn sheep were having a violent altercation in the rough, and the sound of their blows could be heard all over the place. But when their powerful horns clashed, something changed abruptly. A sudden ache seemed to be brought on by the impact, and the fighting stopped right away. Instead of continuing their violent exchange, the two enemies stopped and fixed each other with intense stares. They stood frozen in time, the ferocity of their previous duel transforming into a shared moment of contemplation. The sheep communicated silently in this state of suspended animation, their silence reflecting a mutual understanding. It was a shared experience rather than merely a fight. The once aggressive rivals, now immobile, turned the battlefield into a scene of reverence and reflection. Nature showed us how conflict can dissolve into a silent acknowledgement through its subtle choreography, illuminating the complex dance of communication in the wild. Africa Drunk Tree. In the heart of Africa, a trail camera caught nature's happy hour, a wild gathering under the marula tree. Picture this: elephants, monkeys, and even ostriches munching on the juiciest, ripest fruits straight from the source. It's like a fruity buffet, and these animals are the VIP guests. As the camera rolls, you'll see these big, gentle elephants reaching up with their trunks, snagging the plumpest marulas. Monkeys swing by, grabbing their share with playful antics, and ostriches strut around, pecking at the fallen treasures. But here's the kicker: these fruits are packing a punch. The more these critters chow down, the more the marulas ferment, turning into fruity snacks with a bit of a kick. The result? A bunch of happy, tipsy animals stumbling around, having the time of their lives. It's like the marula tree is throwing the wildest party in the animal kingdom, and everyone's invited. This video is a front row seat to the joyous feast, where the circle of life meets a fruity fiesta, leaving you with a warm, fuzzy feeling. So grab some popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show. Nature's own feel-good tipsy adventure. Cheers to the marula tree and its merry band of fruity enthusiasts. Sasquatch screeching at ATVs. In the deep forest, lit by bright daylight, a strange video happens. Hidden secrets linger among the tall trees. Some big ATVs, their engines softly rumbling, go into the wild forest. They're curious, but don't know the forest has more than wind whispers. As the ATVs move, the air gets tense, filled with odd sounds mixed with nature's hum. Suddenly, weird screeches break the calm, destroying the peaceful feeling. Even tough adventurers feel scared by these unknown sounds. The forest, usually quiet, now echoes with strange cries. The ATV riders, scared, stopped. What's hiding makes these spooky sounds in the quiet woods? The answer seems just out of reach. Tension grows, the forest turns into a place for mysteries. The ATVs surrounded by old trees just watch. Something beyond understanding is happening. Is it Sasquatch, a wild guardian, or an old spirit waking up? In that moment, the air feels weird with mystery. The familiar forest now hides secrets, calling the brave to look into shadows. The ATV stands still, watching a mysterious show between nature and unseen things. They'll always remember the strange day in the heart of the forest. Dragon sighting. As the sun dipped low, something strange happened in the quiet woods. The trees stood without their usual colorful leaves, almost like a gray blanket covered them. A mist-like ghostly fingers wrapped everything, making it hard to see. The quietness broke when a strange and ghostly sound echoed through the empty space. It was as if the woods were whispering secrets. All at once, the silence turned into a loud noise of giant wings unfolding in the dark. A legendary creature, a huge dragon, appeared. Its shape stood out against the blurry darkness. The dragon, like an ancient guard, moved through the misty trees. The dragon's big wings made an eerie sound, as if it moved through the thick mist. The dragon moved in a way that didn't seem real, like it belonged to a world we don't know. Watching this, a strange feeling settled in the onlooker. The dragon flew up, disappearing into the dark sky. Its strange feeling lingered in the air, a mysterious sense that spoke of hidden places and things we don't understand. In that short moment, the line between what we know and what we don't wavered, and the woods stayed silent, keeping the secrets of that mysterious evening. A fluff ball. So imagine this adorable panda, right? It's chilling in its little house, living its panda life. Then out of the blue, it decides to explore the world outside. But here comes the plot twist. There's a rock. The panda, being the innocent fluff ball it is, gets totally spooked by this rock. Picture it. The panda comes out, minding its own business, and bam! It sees the rock and goes into panic mode. Now, this panda is all cute and cuddly, but at that moment, it's like it just discovered a monster or something. Confused and scared, the panda's expression is probably priceless. You might wonder, is this a normal panda reaction or something to ponder over? Well, animals can be pretty jumpy, especially when faced with unexpected stuff. So it's kind of normal for our panda friend to be a bit startled. Imagine yourself finding a mysterious object in your house. You'd probably be puzzled too, right? In the grand scheme of panda life, it's just a funny little moment, a hiccup in the daily routine of our fluffy friend. So no need to overthink it. Just enjoy the comical side of a panda getting a surprise from a rock. Brown bear versus gray wolf. A cameraman captures a video of a brown bear and a gray wolf teaming up for a hunt. I mean, who knew these furry dudes could be hunting buddies, right? So it's pitch dark in the spooky woods, and these two, the bear and the wolf, decide it's time for a coordinated attack. Now, that's not your everyday sight. They're like the dynamic duo of Animal Kingdom, plotting their moves in the shadows. Imagine the suspense. The woods are lurking with mystery, and suddenly, bam! The bear and the wolf launch their attack. It's like a real-life action movie, but with fur and fangs. They're probably pulling off some tag team strategy, making sure their prey doesn't stand a chance. Now, why is this such a big deal? Well, bears and wolves aren't usually seen sharing hunting plans. It's like catching Batman and Superman teaming up. Rare and pretty epic. In those dark woods, nature throws us this unexpected plot twist. The bear and the wolf side by side, showing us a glimpse of the wild's teamwork. It's a reminder that even in the animal kingdom, teamwork makes the dream work, or in this case, the hunt work. Ethereal enigma unveiled. In the hidden depths of an obscure covered area, the camera unveiled a perplexing spectacle, an apparition taking the form of ethereal white hair. The footage documented a riddle that resisted comprehension, challenging the boundaries of conventional understanding. The air-like entity, draped in an otherworldly hue, stirred an unsettling atmosphere within the sheltered expanse, creating an uncanny dance of light and shadow. Viewers found themselves thrust into a realm of ambiguity as the camera exposed the spectral essence of this enigmatic manifestation. The white air, shapeless and mysterious, lingered in the air, leaving an enduring imprint on those who witnessed the inexplicable display. The recording, immersed in an eerie luminescence, fueled speculation about the creature's origin, fostering a collective mixture of fascination and trepidation. The once unnoticed air became a canvas for the unknown, kindling a haunted curiosity that reverberated through the veiled recesses, a compelling reminder of the enigmatic forces that occasionally defy our understanding of the natural world. Ethereal night intrigue. As the camera focused on the enigmatic aerial display, speculation shrouded the night. What were these objects, violating the laws of the known as they soared through the darkness? Their fleeting shapes, visible only in the ghostly glow of night vision, pushed the boundaries of comprehension. An unsettling tension filled the air as the unidentified flying anomalies seemed to deride all efforts to unveil their secrets. In the pursuit of answers, investigators and intrigued onlookers delved into the mysteries captured on film. The mysterious nature of the flying objects, akin to elusive specters in the nocturnal vastness, left observers with a mix of awe and trepidation.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
Wild lion in the hotel. One dark night, a wild lion made an unexpected appearance at a fancy 5-star hotel. The whole adventure was caught on CCTV. The curious agile casually rambled into the luxurious lobby, its majestic mane catching the dim light. The vacated surroundings added a creepy touch to the scene as the lion explored the opulent halls and rooms. The generally bustling hostel was eerily silent, with no one in sight to witness the uninvited guest's escapade. The surveillance footage captured the captain's every move, from cautiously sniffing around to gazing out of grand windows. The contrast between the untamed visitor and the posh setting created a surreal atmosphere. Eventually, as dawn approached, the lion gracefully exited the hotel, disappearing into the night. The incident left the once serene hotel with an extraordinary tale, reminding everyone that nature's wonders sometimes find their way into the most unexpected places. Cryptid monster. In a super weird video, lots of people got spooked by a mysterious creature found on an island. This guy named Jeff Warren stumbled upon it when he was out on a boat with his son at Wolf Island. At first, Jeff thought it was a dead seal, but as he got closer, surprise, it was not a seal at all. Instead, it was this seriously strange and kinda creepy monster thing. Imagine a creature with a weird mouth, a long neck, and a tail about 4 to 5 feet long. That is what Jeff found. Now, here's the crazy part. The creature was lying there all dead, and birds were pecking at it. But the wildest thing is nobody knows where this creature came from. It's a real mystery. Jeff and his son stumbled upon something straight out of a spooky story, and the internet cannot stop buzzing about it. What in the world is this creature, and where did it come from? The answers are still a big question mark. Two-faced fish. Once there was a man who loved hanging out by the river trying to catch some fish. One bright and sunny day, he felt a weird pull on his fishing line. His eyes sparkled with excitement as he pulled in his catch. Guess what? He caught a fish that was like a magic trick. It had 2 faces, both looking in different directions, but on the same side. His eyes got super big because he could not believe it, and a big smile took over his face. This double-faced fish was like something out of a fairy tale. The man was so amazed and happy about his special catch. He sat by the river thinking about how cool it was and wondering what other secrets the river might be hiding. As the sun went down, he sat there by the river, still amazed by the two-faced wonderfish that turned a regular day of fishing into a story to tell everyone. Wild rabbit. Once upon a sunny day in the forest, a curious rabbit got caught on a secret camera. The little bunny with its wiggly nose and fluffy tail did not know it was being filmed. As the camera rolled, the rabbit hopped around, exploring the lush place. Sun peeked through the trees, making cool shadows on the ground. The rabbit happily munched on tasty greens, not realizing the hidden camera was watching. Its whiskers wiggled with joy and its ears perked up at every little sound. The camera, hiding in nature, quietly recorded the bunny's adventure. The rabbit, wandering around, became the star of its own special story. In this calm video of forest life, the sunny day felt like a storybook. The rabbit's cute moves in the quiet woods made a lovely tale about a wild animal having a simple but amazing day in the heart of nature. Skunk caught in trail cam. One night in a really dark forest, something special happened. A tiny creature with a stripe on its back got caught on a camera by the trail. Picture this: the camera was silently watching and saw a surprise visitor, a skunk. It was super close, acting like a secret explorer at night. The skunk's fur looked like a black and white cape, and its small nose was sniffing around with curiosity. The forest was like its nighttime playground, full of leaves making noise and hiding dark. When the camera blinked, it showed the skunk doing a playful formal sneaking around the trail. Maybe it was searching for a yummy snack or just having a fun adventure under the moon. Its little paws made tiny prints in the soft dirt, telling a story of its nighttime journey. The forest with tall trees and soft whispers became the skunk's quiet stage. In the end, the trail camera caught a quick look at this furry friend in the mysterious dark, giving us a magical memory of a night when nature's secrets unfolded right in front of us. Bear intrusion. Embark on a heart-stopping journey with bear intrusion as a house sitter's serene day takes a dark turn. In a chilling video, a colossal black bear casually infiltrates the living room, displaying an unsettling tranquility. The unexpected guest explores the space with an otherworldly composure, even amusingly engaging with the piano. The surreal calmness of the bear contrasts sharply with the terror it instills. Witness the boundary between the human and animal worlds blur in this unnerving encounter that challenges our understanding of wildlife behavior. Feathered Fury. Dive into the wilds of Canada with Feathered Fury, where a fisherman captures an astonishing spectacle. Two bald eagles fiercely defend their nest against a relentless bear climbing their tree.
This is the most sickest thing ever, boys. Jesus Christ.
Despite valiant efforts, the bear seizes an eaglet, plunging the scene into a heart-wrenching struggle between survival and predation. This captivating moment in the circle of life unfolds against the backdrop of nature's raw intensity.
You're absolutely kidding me.
Nature has no mercy.
Baby lion and deer's wild encounter. A baby lion was drawn to a deer in an odd moment, which led to an intriguing encounter. Apprehensive, the lion approached the deer out of sheer natural curiosity. Rather than seeming like a predator pursuit, it seemed like a playful exploration. The scene showed the delicate dance between predator and prey that occurs in the wild as the baby lion carefully examined the deer. Though the intention might have stemmed from the lion's natural curiosity, the deer, maybe picking up on the curiosity, remained alert. This encounter provided insight into the intricate dynamics of the animal kingdom, where even the youngest creatures must navigate their environment and instincts, causing tension and curiosity in the vast wild tapestry. Wild Standoff. Witness the intense confrontation in Wild Standoff as a fearless badger faces off against two cunning coyotes. Marvel at the badger's strategic maneuvers, outsmarting the predators and turning the tables in a thrilling display of survival instincts. This gripping video captures the untamed essence of the animal kingdom, where wit and bravery determine the victor in a relentless struggle for life. Talon Tension. Experience talon tension as a daring individual attempts to feed a majestic bald eagle. Feel the adrenaline rush as sharp talons hover dangerously close, creating a nerve-wracking spectacle of man versus nature. This intense encounter underscores the raw power and unpredictability of the natural world. Forest chase. Escape to the enchanting Mount Baker National Forest in Forest Chase, where a playful pursuit unfolds between an energetic squirrel and a pine marten. Capturing the whimsical interactions of nature, this video showcases the vibrant wildlife thriving in the heart of the forest. Immerse yourself in the captivating dance of life that plays out amidst nature's enchanting backdrop. Giant snails eating. Guess what the trail camera caught? A hilarious snack attack featuring two giant African snails going full turbo on a piece of celery. These snails are like speed-eating champions, making you wonder if they missed a few meals. So there they are, munching away on celery like it's the snail version of a 5-star feast. Picture it, tiny snail teeth getting a workout, and they're chomping at celery like they haven't seen food in ages. It's a munch fest, and you can almost hear the crunch, right? These snails are defying the slowpoke stereotype, proving that when it comes to celery, they're on a mission. Maybe it's a snail spa day, or maybe they just really love celery. Who knew snails could be such veggie enthusiasts? It's a comical scene watching these slimy speed eaters, and you can't help but root for them. Go snails, go! Nature's full of surprises, and this video just added a touch of snail hilarity to the wild world. Snails on a celery mission? Who saw that coming? Snails party. Hey, so guess what the trail camera caught in action? A snail party. No kidding. These little guys were having a blast munching on tomatoes like it was the hottest buffet in town. It's like a snail family feast. They're all there, chomping away on those juicy red tomatoes. But wait, the snail party doesn't stop there. In the next video clip, these slimy dudes are going all in on a melon party. I mean, who knew snails could throw down like this? They're munching on melons like they've been practicing their whole lives for this moment. What's cute is they're doing it in such a proper snail way, you know? Slow and steady, savoring every bite. It's like a gourmet meal for snails, and they're the VIP guests. You can't help but smile watching them enjoy their little snail feast. It's proof that even the tiniest creatures know how to have a good time. So next time you see a snail, just imagine it reminiscing about that epic tomato and melon party. Who knew snails could be such foodies, right? Nature's surprises are the best. A cute gecko. Alright, listen to this adorable pet story. So there's this gecko, right? The owner decides to record a video, and guess what? The little buddy comes out of its cage like it's ready for its close-up. Now, imagine this gecko with its big, cute eyes just staring at the camera. It's like it's saying, "Hey there, world, check me out." The gecko's owner must be thinking, "I've got the most photogenic lizard in town." The best part? It's not just the owner the gecko is saying hi to. It's also giving a virtual hi to anyone watching the video. Those big eyes make the gecko look so beautiful, you can't help but go, "Aww." It's like a tiny scaly model posing for the camera. So there you have it, a gecko making a grand entrance, stealing hearts with those mesmerizing eyes, and basically being the cutest reptile ambassador ever. Who knew a little lizard could bring so much joy? It's the simple pet moments that make life so much brighter. The Day of Freedom. Once upon a time in a small town, there was an old animal who had spent his entire life in a confined cage. The story of this furry friend began when he was just a tiny puppy. As the years passed, the cage became his world, and the bars confined him from the wonders beyond. One day, destiny took a turn when 3 compassionate souls discovered the old beast's plight. Filled with empathy, they decided to change his life. With determination in their hearts, the threesome set out to free the aging animal from the prisons of the cage. Word spread quickly, and a curious crowd gathered to witness the unfolding story. Eyes widened with joy as the old animal emerged into the open world, stretching his limbs for the first time in ages. Cheers erupted from the viewers as they witnessed the beautiful moment of liberation, an encouraging spectacle that reminded everyone of the power of compassion and the freedom that every animal deserves.
There you go. Be free, Canarinha.
Usual dinner with guests around. Deep in the calm forest, a person set up a camp, excited to film making dinner. As the sun went down behind the tall trees, the man started cooking a tasty meal on a grill under the starry sky. The flames flickered, making dark that danced around, creating a magical feeling. But the delicious smell attracted some curious animals in the dark woods. While recording, unexpected spooky animals crept out from the darkness. They were drawn by the delicious smell, their eyes glowing in the dark as they came closer. The man was surprised watching the strange scene through his camera. He captured the unreal moment when the human world met the mysterious forest. The night callers stayed around, making the sounds of the forest even more mysterious. The man kept cooking, not knowing he was sharing his dinner with the mysterious creatures of the night. Dinosaur? A camera innocently capturing a serene forest. But hold on, what's that lurking in the shadows? A colossal figure too far for the lens to decipher. Is it a dinosaur or something else entirely? The footage has the internet buzzing with speculation. The camera's distance plays tricks on us, leaving the mysterious creature shrouded in ambiguity. Is it a prehistoric giant making a sneaky comeback, or could it be some other creature playing hide and seek among the trees? The uncertainty grips the viewers, turning the video into a viral campfire tale. Comment sections are ablaze with wild guesses, from dino enthusiasts thrilled by the potential resurrection to skeptics proposing more down-to-earth explanations. The debate rages on, fueled by the grainy footage that keeps the true identity under wraps. As the forest mystery persists, so does the intrigue. The camera's glimpse of the colossal figure has become an online enigma, leaving us all scratching our heads and wondering what secrets the woods might be hiding. Mysterious velociraptor sighting. In the forest during the daytime, something strange happened. There were two huge velociraptors walking on the old paths, making the forest seem ancient and mysterious. A guy who didn't know they were there tried to record a video of them. The velociraptors were like ghosts among the trees, making the man remember a time long ago. He kept filming, not realizing the danger he was in. Then things took a scary turn. The ancient velociraptors noticed the man and started to follow him. The once peaceful forest now echoed with their strange and spooky sounds. The man, scared for his life, ran away. The velociraptor's calls were like weird music, making everything even more mysterious. As the man ran through the trees, the mystery got deeper. The strange sounds continued, creating a puzzle in the air. The forest, once a safe place, now held secrets that nobody could understand. In the fading light, the puzzle of the velociraptors and their mysterious chase remained, a question still hanging in the air. Nobody knew what those mysterious creatures were doing there. It was totally a mystery. Woolly mammoth. Hold on to your hats for this wild tale. So there's this camera rolling, right? And guess what it captures? A mammoth. Not just any mammoth, but a bona fide woolly mammoth casually strolling across a river. Yeah, you heard it right. A real-life ancient creature on film. Now, here's the kicker.
A woolly mammoth crossing a river in Siberia. Since the giant hairy mammals have been extinct for thousands of years,
woolly mammoths are supposed to be history, like really ancient history. But this footage has the whole internet buzzing. This mammoth isn't playing hide and seek. It's out there, big as life, horns and all. Sure, some folks might raise an eyebrow because, mammoths are supposed to be chilling with the dinosaurs in the history books. But this video, it's like a megaphone announcement saying, hey, mammoths might still be around. Evidence might be scarce, but this video, that's like a mammoth-sized mic drop. So, here we are, questioning everything we thought we knew about extinct animals. A woolly mammoth crossing a river, stealing the show, and making us rethink our history lessons. The proof might be low, but this video's got us scratching our heads, wondering if mammoths are the real comeback kings of the animal kingdom. Mysterious sky descent. In broad daylight, something mysterious happened. A hidden event unfolded as a camera recorded it. The recording showed a strange light coming down from the sky, red and green colors swirling like a dance in the heavens, unlike anything we normally see. This odd sight looked a bit like a part of an airplane on a fire, or maybe a UFO meeting its end in flames on Earth. People watching couldn't figure out if it was a sad accident or some strange thing from outer space.
C'est quoi?
On le voit.
Hey, c'était vraiment nice.
C'est un vaisseau.
On le voit!
Without a sound, this mysterious thing glided through the sky smoothly, not making the noise we'd expect from regular engines. It moved so quietly as if it didn't follow the usual rules of sound. When I left, there was no noise left behind, just the lingering image of its descent. But just as quickly as it appeared, the recording stopped. The screen, like a canvas capturing something unbelievable, went dark, leaving a big gap in our understanding. The story paused, frozen in the mystery of the unknown. With no clear answers, people started guessing and making theories. Maybe aliens visited, or perhaps it was some secret flying experiment. The secrets of the shining object in the sky kept echoing in people's thoughts, leaving us with more questions than answers. Shadowy room encounter. Within the confines of a dimly lit room, a camera documented an eerie sequence of unexplained events, plunging the atmosphere into a realm of chilling uncertainty. Mysterious sounds echoed, interwoven with the heavy breaths of an unseen presence. As the camera's focus shifted, revealing a shadowy figure concealed in darkness, its eyes glimmering with an ominous gleam, an unsettling tension permeated the air. Positioned at the edge of the bed, the mysterious entity fixed its gaze upon the unsuspecting recorder, emitting a horrifying sound that reverberated through the room. In the harrowing moments that followed, the camera slowly turned, capturing the creature's gradual retreat into the shadows. The person behind the lens, gripped by fear, fled frantically in the disorienting night vision. The interplay of darkness and desperate footsteps created a disconcerting tableau, leaving viewers with a lingering sense of dread. The enigmatic figure, with eyes that seemed to pierce the very soul, had woven a nightmarish encounter that defied explanation. A haunting episode that would forever dwell in the realms of the unknown. Jungle Enigma Unveiled. In the heart of an ancient jungle, beneath the dense canopy of towering trees, a camera silently documented an enigma that would send shivers down the spines of those who dared to witness it. Under the cover of night vision, the lens captured an elusive figure, resembling a shadowy entity, weaving through the labyrinth of trees and bushes. This mysterious being, concealed in the darkness, seemed to move with an otherworldly grace, leaving viewers spellbound and perplexed. As the camera rolled, capturing the eerie spectacle, speculation ran rampant. Was it a mythical creature, the legendary Bigfoot traversing the dense foliage? The footage, obscured and mystical, offered no clear answers. The jungle, bathed in an inky blackness, became a realm of uncertainty and fear. The leaves rustled and shadows danced, conspiring to keep the true identity of the elusive figure concealed. The jungle's ancient secrets whispered through the night, leaving those who watched the footage with a lingering sense of unease, a reminder that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved. An old haunted bridge. The camera zooms in on the old ground. It looks really old, with the sun setting behind it and making long dark on the worn-out wood. You can hear the creaky sounds of the wooden boards as the camera shows the spooky feeling around the ground. The person talking in the video takes a step at a time, not sure what is coming next.
Gave you that feeling about, boy, this is sure a spooky place.
The metal rails on the ground are really rusty, like they have stories to tell. The camera moves to show the river underneath, and it's so quiet, like it's hiding secrets. The wind makes weird sounds through the hole in the bridge, and it gives you a creepy feeling. The camera shows the paint on the bridge is peeling off, and there are signs that are really old. Broken chains hang down, making it feel like no one's been there for a long time. The person talking mentions seeing some lights now and then, but it might just be dark or something mysterious. The video talks about stories people tell about the bridge being haunted and strange things happening. Some people say they heard ghosts talking or saw faint figures in the dim light. The person speaking gets quiet, like they're in a scary story too. The camera looks at all the small details of the bridge, showing how it's been standing for a really long time. But as the video goes on, it feels even scarier. The person talking asks you to think about all the stories the bridge might know, suggesting there might be ghosts around. Mysterious scary rake. In a calm, peaceful timber, a man carefully set up his camera without knowing something spooky was about to happen. The retired camera recorded a really creepy moment, a scary video that kept people on the edge of their seats.
What was that?
While the camera was rolling, a mysterious figure came out of the dark, kind of like a nightmare. The creature moved slowly through the dark, and you could hear its creepy steps in the thick woods.
Oh, frick!
The crooked branches above made things even scarier, adding to the feeling of fear. The strange thing, wrapped in an uneasy vibe, slowly walked towards the man. The ancient trees around them seemed to close in, making the atmosphere even more threatening as the mystery figure got near. The secretly filmed video made people's hearts race, and the tension kept building. The only sounds you could hear were the man's nervous breaths, like a spooky air in the quiet forest.
Oh, frick!
Every breath made the creepy meeting scarier. It was like watching a suspenseful horror story happening among the old trees and hidden secrets of the woods, and it left a lasting impression on anyone brave enough to watch. Mysterious figure on the roof. Late at night, a man found something really strange on a house roof. There was a mysterious event happening, and it got even weirder when a shining eye looked right at him, making the dark night even scarier. The man, all puzzled and curious, grabbed his camera and recorded the crazy moment. The creature, with its glowing eyes staring at him, made the quiet night more mysterious. The video raises a bunch of questions for anyone watching. Is it some creature from a different world, a visitor from a place we do not know, or just some trick of the night? The suspense in the video shows how the man with his camera tries to figure out the mystery on the roof, making people interested and a bit scared. As you watch the recording, you can feel the man getting more and more confused and curious. The camera becomes a tool to find out what is going on, like he's trying to solve a mystery way up high. The dark night turns into a canvas of suspense, making you think about what might be hiding in the dark. It's like a nighttime adventure where the man is on a mission to uncover the unknown that is lurking in the darkness.
Oh, damn! Holy shit! Alright. So, bitch is one on the other side of the house.
Creepy rake in the forest. On a dark, rainy night in a creepy forest, a man found something really strange and scary. With just a camera, he recorded a mysterious video that gave him the creeps. As the rain fell, the spooky feeling got stronger, and in the darkness, a weird creature showed up. Its eyes glowed in a spooky way like a rake. The man's camera caught the creepy moment, showing this unknown thing hiding in the dark. This weird experience left the man confused and spooked, making the forest even scarier. The video gives a peep into this odd and scary moment, making us wonder about the spooky things that might be out there in the night.
This is our home.
Sasquatch drone footage. In a really cold forest, a drone found something super mysterious that amazed everyone who saw it. Flying through the icy trees, the camera showed us a fantastic discovery: the hidden Sasquatch. Moving through the frosty air, the drone's camera caught a look of the big, majestic creature hiding in its snowy home. The tall trees, covered in a magical chill, created the perfect setting for this mysterious encounter. The camera zoomed in carefully, showing us the Sasquatch's huge form in its natural home. Every little move of the big, hairy giant made the frozen woods even more interesting, like a moment frozen in time. The drone, like a quick flying spook, shared this incredible discovery that made people really curious and excited. The video of this unbelievable meeting not only fascinated people, but also made them really curious about whether Sasquatch is real. The discovery of this legendary creature in the snowy nature became a big topic for people to talk and think about. The frozen scene, caught on camera by the small flying robot, showed us there might be many more secrets hidden in the cold away parts of nature. Now, everyone is eager to uncover the many mysteries waiting in the snowy nature. Nocturnal Enigma Unveiled. In the eerie glow of dim streetlights, a video documented a perplexing nocturnal scene. The documentary tone unfolded as the recorder aimed their lens at a figure in the distance, walking with an uncanny resemblance to a monkey or an elusive creature.
What is that?
The darkened ambiance added an unsettling layer to the scene, and despite attempts to zoom in, the creature remained obscured, shrouded in mystery. The narrator conveyed the atmosphere of suspense, highlighting the creature's haunting movements and the eerie sounds that accompanied its progress. The inability to capture a clear image intensified the enigma, leaving viewers to speculate about the nature of this mysterious being. The night, typically a realm of quietude, now echoed with unsettling sounds and the unsettling gait of the unidentified entity. The documentary served as a chilling testament to the cryptic occurrences that can unfold in the shadows of the night, stirring a sense of dread and fascination with the unknown. Shadowed Entities Lunge. In the dimly lit surroundings, a video captured a chilling encounter as a person cautiously entered an undisclosed location, pushing open a creaky wooden door. The documentary tone narrated the unfolding events as the man ventured into the darkened room. In the night vision of the camera, a mysterious and unrecognizable creature emerged, a ghastly figure moving on all fours with an unsettling agility. Its white skin illuminated in the camera's lens. As the man took a few steps forward, the creature, a spectral enigma in the shadows, suddenly lunged towards him with a disturbing speed. The unsettling encounter served as a testament to the unknown entities that may lurk in the obscure corners of our surroundings, leaving the viewers with a lingering sense of dread, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that can manifest when one delves into the shadows of the unseen. Enigmatic Forest Echoes. In the heart of a mysterious forest, a disturbing symphony of eerie sounds echoing in the darkness was captured on video recording. The camera acted as a silent witness, recording the eerie cacophony echoing through the thick foliage. The usually quiet forest became a theater of unknown voices, each scream sending shivers down my spine. Through the lens, the viewer is transported to the heart of a mysterious forest and has to deal with the disturbing reality that deep in nature, strange and unexplained voices pierce the silence, creating an atmosphere of fear and fascination. It didn't. The haunting sounds lingered and left an indelible mark on the hearts of those who ventured into the mysterious realm of the dark forest. Two wild dogs on the road. Once upon a time, a camera on the road saw something crazy. Two big black dogs showed up and walked over to a parked car. They looked really interested. As they got closer, something strange happened. The dogs began biting on the front of the car. It was like they were having a creepy feast. Their tails wagged and they barked happily while checking out the car with curiosity. The metal parts of the car came with their chew toys. Every bite and pull made them super happy. It was like they found a new playground with the car just sitting there. The camera caught all this, making people laugh and be surprised. The dogs had no idea the camera was watching as they kept going with their unexpected feast. This turned a regular scene on the road into a cool story of dogs being mischievous. Bugged out camping adventure. In the wild forest, there was a man who decided to camp in. He thought it would be fun to make a video and share his adventure. But oh dear, little did he know that the forest had a surprise for him. As he recorded his video, he noticed something strange happening outside his roof. The air was buzzing with clusters of bugs, bitsy bones, big ones, all sorts of bugs. They were like a tiny army having a bug party right on his tent. At first, he tried to ignore them, allowing them to go down. But nope, those bugs were determined to join his camping trip. They covered his roof like a living, crawling blanket. Our camper could not help but laugh and cringe at the same time. He bravely continued recording, showing the world his unexpected bug-filled camping experience. Who would have thought that bugs could be similar to enthusiastic campers? And so, in the heart of the wild forest, our man shared his bug-tactic tale with the world, creating a video that left everyone amazed and perhaps a little itchy. Embark on a journey into a compilation filled with spine-tingling thrills, showcasing paranormal encounters, Bigfoot and mysterious creature sightings, and daring animal encounters. Brace yourself as each entry unfolds, sending shivers down the spine and delivering chilling scares that are sure to captivate and unsettle anyone daring to watch these videos. Prepare for an immersive exploration to the realm of suspense and fear, where each segment promises a haunting experience that lingers long after the screen fades to black. Bigfoot in a snowstorm. According to a video shared on Long Island Bigfoot's channel, there is purported footage of a Bigfoot navigating through a snowstorm in the woods near a trail. The visibility in the recording is limited, making it challenging for some viewers, including myself, to discern the alleged creature. While many commenters express amazement, awe, and excitement about the footage, my personal struggle to identify anything concrete persists. In my observation, I can vaguely perceive movement in the middle of the screen amid the snow and trees. But I remain skeptical, acknowledging that it could be anything. Not possessing an expert's trained eye, I advise taking my opinion with a grain of salt. Despite repeatedly watching the video, I find it challenging to reach a definitive conclusion. Adding to the intrigue, the video's uploader mentions having inspected the area afterward, discovering deliberately fallen trees obstructing the trailhead. The circumstances, particularly the adverse weather conditions, raise doubts about the likelihood of someone intentionally blocking the trail in such inclement weather. Cryptic paranormal encounter. In a dark hallway, shadows stuck to the walls like secrets. Three young friends, laughing in the quiet, played with the ball. They didn't know something spooky was about to happen. While they laughed, something strange began. A tiny dark thing so black you couldn't see its shape moved quietly in the air. It stayed close to the friends like a sign of something bad. The boys didn't notice the scary thing. They kept talking, not knowing a ghostly visitor was coming. Suddenly, a weird feeling interrupted their fun. The dark thing turned into a scary shape with a bad feeling around it. The friends, caught by a freezing fear, watched the strange shape move like a ghost, not from their world. The scary shape passed by them, making them feel very scared. One friend got so scared he fell to the ground, almost like he wanted to hide in the earth. The others couldn't move, stuck in the creepy ghost presence. The spooky thing had no clear shape, making it even scarier. It felt like fear itself turned into a shadow hunting the friends. After it left, a strange feeling stayed, proving something unnatural had happened. The hallway, once just a path, now told the story of a ghostly visit that didn't make sense. The scary shadow, a mystery of fear, went away, but the line between normal and strange stayed blurry. Mermaid mystery unveiled. In the daytime, something strange happened on a video. It showed a mysterious sight, a mermaid sitting on an old wooden board above a calm river. The mermaid moved in a tricky way, like a dance with a hidden meaning. As the video played on, it seemed like the mermaid had a quiet mission, a strange power guiding it toward the river. The mermaid looked eerie, strange, and ghostly. It was made of scales and quick glimpses, making it seem like it came from another world. With each smooth sway, it looked like the mermaid was about to take a mysterious journey, trying to become one with the deep water below. Maybe it was searching for a connection or doing a secret ritual only known to ancient mysteries. In the clear light of day, the mermaid didn't fit what we usually understand. It made us think about things we don't know, suggesting that maybe these mythical creatures are real in our world. It was like reality bending as the video showed something beyond what we see every day. But where did this strange mermaid come from? Its origin was a big secret, hidden behind an impossible-to-understand curtain. Did it come from old stories coming to life, or was it a hidden creature living in the river's secret places? The questions stayed like fog over calm water, not answered and full of the charm of things we haven't found yet. The mermaid, a mystery shining in daylight, left us wondering and guessing. It showed that there are unknown places even in regular life. It went into the river, leaving us with a feeling of not knowing, a mark on the mystery's picture that stayed with us. Cryptic ghostly encounter. In a mid-bright, spooky room, a man stood alone. The room had a faint light from the moon through the window, but he didn't know that a ghost appeared outside that window. The ghost looking really scared with a face that could scare anyone. The ghost had a strange, creepy smile on its face. It made the man feel frozen with fear. The man watched as the ghost, with its weird look, seemed to enjoy making him uncomfortable. Its eyes stared at the man without blinking, making him super scared. The man's fear got stronger in the silent room. A video captured this strange meeting, keeping the scary moment forever. Strange whispers filled the room, and the ghost's scary smile didn't go away. No one knew what the ghost wanted or why it came. The answers were hidden in the mysterious space between the living and the ghostly.
I'm not seeing things, right? You see it, Corn?
The fear wrapped everyone in a tight grip, with no way to understand. When the video ended, a weird feeling stayed with everyone who saw it. The room, once safe, now felt like it held the mystery of the unknown. The video showed something that couldn't be explained, leaving a scary mark on everyone's minds. It reminded them that in the darkness, strange and frightening things might be waiting to show their secrets. Mysterious Mothman. Out in the wild woods, a camera caught something strange. A creature lurking in the shadows by a forest road. The video got eerie as it inched closer, revealing a big black figure with gleaming eyes. It stood upright, like it was watching a passerby. The person behind the camera must have felt a mix of fear and curiosity. Some people say it might have been the Mothman, known for its mysterious ways. The whole thing left everyone with a shiver, as no one really knows what that creature was up to or even what it truly was. Imagine stumbling upon something like that in the middle of nowhere, enough to give you goosebumps. The mystery remains unsolved, just like the creature in the woods, forever hidden in the darkness. Sometimes the world surprises us with its cryptic secrets, and this is one tale that'll keep you guessing. Mystical shoebill stork enigma. In a calm park during the day, something strange happened. There's a video showing a big blue dinosaur bird called a shoebill stork. It's not like regular birds, it's huge and mysterious, like creatures from a long time ago. This big blue bird wasn't alone. Surprisingly, it was playing with a boy. They had a special connection, like they understood each other without talking. The bird, even though it was giant, moved gracefully like a gentle giant playing with a friend. What made it even more peculiar were the sounds it made. The air was filled with strange noises like a magical song. These sounds added a mysterious feeling to the already amazing scene. This wasn't just a normal sight, it was like a dream coming true. The giant blue bird seemed to be from stories and legends, appearing right there in the sunlight. People wondered where it came from, but no one could figure out the mystery. The park, usually a calm and regular place, now held a secret. Something extraordinary that amazed everyone who saw it. Life's ordinary picture had a hidden magic waiting to be discovered. Mysterious Bigfoot sign. In a mysterious forest, a strange video appeared showing a spooky sign in the frozen ground, the clear mark of a hidden Bigfoot. People started talking, wondering if this was the Bigfoot's secret journey, or maybe a huge gorilla sneaking through the thick trees, but we still didn't really know what was going on. Some curious people formed a group to find out more. They looked really closely at the video and discovered that yes, it was the footprint of a Bigfoot left on the icy ground. Now, this discovery made everyone more curious.
I want you guys to see how I'm walking. See how I'm walking off to the side. I'm trying not to disturb these because I want to...
Where did this mysterious creature come from, moving silently through the shadows of the quiet woods? Why did it leave only a frozen mark of its giant feet? The forest kept its secrets, not giving away where this mythical wanderer came from. As people tried to figure it out, the confusion grew. Those who were determined to solve the puzzle worked hard, but the Bigfoot stayed a mystery. The video stayed in everyone's thoughts, a reminder of the unknown parts of the forest. Each frozen footprint told a story we couldn't understand, making a confusing picture of the Bigfoot's presence. In the heart of the wild woods, the mystery continued, keeping the magic around the legendary creature alive and the strange feeling that stayed after it passed through. Mysterious Bigfoot in forest. Deep in a mysterious forest, surrounded by the soft light of day, something strange happened. The camera, like a quiet watcher in this old place, recorded a sight that was unlike anything people knew. A creature like the ones told about in stories appeared from the shadows. It was huge and seemed to blend perfectly with the magical scene of the woods. Like magic itself called it, the creature moved with a special kind of grace, leaving just small signs that it had been there. The sounds of leaves, a spooky echo in the wind. The video, a quick look into something unknown, showed the creature hiding among the twisted branches and spots of sunlight. Its eyes, full of mystery like deep pools, met the camera's stare. At that moment, it felt like the line between what's usual and what's special shook, and the mystery got even bigger. The creature, like it knew it was being watched, disappeared fast into the tangle of old trees, leaving behind a feeling of amazement and not knowing what would happen next. The air was full of a mix of curiosity and uncertainty, like the forest itself held the answers to questions no one had asked. Nobody could figure out where this mysterious creature came from. Was it a protector of the wild, a spirit of the untamed, or something people imagined because they wanted mystery? The forest, now wrapped in a feeling of curiosity, kept its secrets close, not giving in to the nosy folks who wanted to understand it. The video, just a little piece of the spore melting, left everyone watching amazed and confused. After it, the forest stayed silent, like an old teacher making people think and keeping alive the endless search for things they didn't know. Godzilla sighting? A camera captured this wild video, revealing a massive Godzilla causing chaos in a city. Creepy, haunted voices can be heard in the background, making it quite eerie. It's genuinely scary to witness such a colossal creature in real life, going on a rampage and destroying everything in its wake. The video left everyone stunned and terrified because this lurking monster seemed hell-bent on causing destruction, and predicting its next move was anyone's guess. The spooky entity with a Godzilla appearance turned out to be the real deal, adding a whole new level of intensity and fear to the scene. Watching it unfold was a hair-raising experience, to say the least. The combination of the haunting voices and the destructive Godzilla-like creature made the video a spine-chilling spectacle that had everyone on edge, wondering about the impending chaos. Cryptic entity in the hall? In a dark and quiet night in a small, dimly lit hallway, something eerie unfolded. A person, just an ordinary resident of their own home, found themselves in the grip of a spine-tingling encounter. Their camera, silently on the wall, began to record a presence that defied explanation. From the shadowy recesses of the hallway, a mysterious creature emerged, taking on a spooky form that sent shivers down the spine. As the camera rolled, the hallway was indulged with a ghostly apparition. This spectral figure seemed to defy the laws of nature, hovering in the air without a trace of its feet touching the ground. Its otherworldly appearance left no doubt that it was not of this world, and it moved with a purpose, as if in search of something long lost in the depths of the night. The mystery deepened as the ghostly figure bore a striking resemblance to a resident of the house, further intensifying the terror that gripped the video's owner. Questions swirled in the air like restless spirits. Where had this ghostly presence come from, and what was its purpose? The hallway, once a place of familiarity and comfort, had transformed into a realm of inexplicable fear. The video captured not only the ghostly apparition, but also the sheer dread that had taken hold of the person who had unwittingly become an eyewitness to the supernatural. Cryptic Forest Spectre. In the daytime forest, a mysterious video appeared, showing a huge creature moving through the greenery. It had long arms moving like shadows, leaving a strange mark on the leaves. The creature seemed like a wanderer in the wild, moving in a mysterious way, as if directed by unknown forces. People who saw the video couldn't figure out what it was. Some thought it might be the legendary Bigfoot, a creature from stories, while others just didn't know. The whole thing was like a puzzle, a question hanging in the air. Was it a guardian spirit or something made of light and darkness mixing together? The mystery didn't let curiosity find answers. Some tried to name it to fit it into what they understood, while others chose not to know, understanding that some things are beyond what people can understand. As the day turned into night, the forest kept its secrets. The video became proof of the mysterious connection between what's known and what's not. The creature, like a ghost in the forest stories, left a mark on people's thoughts, an unforgettable symbol of things that are still a mystery. The story stayed unsolved, like a quiet whisper in the leaves, calling anyone brave enough to step into the uncertain shadows. Dogman. This eerie trail camera image captures a perplexing sight: an adult humanoid beast, purportedly a dogman, haunting a couple's property under the veil of night. The photograph, shrouded in darkness and distortion from the wooded surroundings, reveals gleaming eyes, teeth, and the complete silhouette of the creature, discernible to those who scrutinize the details closely. The enigmatic figure, a chilling presence in the dimly lit frame, adds an unsettling layer to the mysterious events unfolding in the heart of the night. Dodo's Midnight Mystery. Late at night in the deep dark forest, something mysterious happened. A special camera caught it all. The strange dodo bird, a creature everyone thought was gone forever, appeared in the shadows. Picture this. In the dark, the dodo bird moved gracefully in front of the camera. It was like a secret dance hidden from the world. The bird seemed like a ghost from a long time ago, walking quietly in the ink-black night. But then, something weird got captured by the camera. A frozen moment showing the dodo bird, its face hidden in a strange, spooky way. This strange picture became a sign of something really strange happening. The bird, which everyone believed was extinct, brought with it a feeling of mystery. Its eyes were creepy, like windows into a place too strange to understand. People who saw the video got scared, feeling something not from this world. There were so many questions like whispers in the air. Where did this bird come from, and why was it wandering in the shadows? The forest kept its secrets, not telling anyone the answers. After everything, the people who saw this mysterious bird couldn't forget it. The fear they felt was like a story made of uncertainty. The dodo bird's mystery, with its strange past and endless questions, stayed a puzzle that no one could solve. The quiet forest with its hidden secrets made everyone think about the deep, dark mystery that covered the visitor of that mysterious night. Demon-eating child. Late at night, the camera went deep into a creepy forest. The video showed something really scary. A demon in the trees eating a child. The child was helpless, becoming a terrible meal for this evil creature. The video proved the demon couldn't get enough, greedily taking the innocent soul. The once peaceful forest turned into a scary place, filled with the sounds of this unholy feast. The demon had a face that mixed nightmares with reality. Its mouth had the child's blood, a horrifying image frozen by the camera. The child's head was in the demon's mouth, a fearful trophy in a strange ritual. As the demon enjoyed its horrible meal, strange sounds filled the air. It was like the forest itself was afraid, vibrating with a creepy feeling. People tried to stop the demon, but it easily sidestepped their weak attempts. The eerie sounds of the demon echoed in the dark forest. No one knew where this terrifying creature came from or why it attacked innocent children. The forest kept its secrets, and the mystery left everyone terrified. Questions hung in the air. Where did this nightmare come from, and what dark force made it prey on the most innocent? After the scary event, the forest remained silent, holding its secrets in the shadows. All that was left was the mysterious and horrifying story, chilling and unsolved. Mysterious creature forest encounter. In a dark forest at night, something strange happened. A secret watcher, a forest camera, recorded a spooky show when everything turned black. The video showed the deep, dark woods covered in mystery. It was like watching a play of light and dark, with only one shining thing, a hidden creature moving in the night. Out of nowhere, a shape appeared, a shadow made from the darkness itself. It moved quietly, like a ghost in the trees, and only its face showed in the deep darkness. Two bright eyes sparkled, almost like stars lost in the mysterious night. This creature had sharp teeth, glowing strangely in the dim light. It looked like a werewolf, a creature from stories, but no one could be sure. It was a mystery, a creature wrapped in the magic of the night that confused anyone trying to understand. People who saw this mysterious event felt unsure, like a quiet question hanging in the air. Was it really a werewolf or something else no one knows about? The strange creature disappeared back into the shadows, but a feeling of fear stayed with those who saw it. The unknown became part of their world, leaving them wondering about the strange visitor in the night. And so, the mystery stayed, a puzzling story whispered among the trees, carried by the winds of the unknown. Mysterious cave encounter. In a dark cave, a secret video showed something strange. A woman in black with a scary stick appeared, making everyone scared. She was mysterious, hidden in the shadows. The video had a weird sound like a spooky song. People asked her why she was there, and she said she was married to a jinn, a strange being from far away. People got uneasy hearing this. They thought she wasn't from our world, maybe a bad sign. She talked about getting food in the cave, adding to the mystery. People started guessing. Some said she was a dark creature. Others said she was carrying something evil. No one knew where she came from or why she was there. The cave turned into a puzzling place, mixing real and strange things. The woman in black stayed a big question mark. People couldn't forget the weird day in the cave, always wondering about the mysterious woman and what really happened in those shadowy depths. The memory lingered, leaving them with more questions than answers. Mysterious Bigfoot. In a sunny forest where trees whisper ancient stories, a secret video showed something strange. It happened in the daytime, with sunlight turning everything golden. But in this beautiful place, a mysterious creature appeared. Some called it Bigfoot. This huge creature walked through the woods, making the ground shake with each step. It was like a dark shadow against the green trees, making you feel something strange. It was really big and mysterious, not like anything we know. It seemed to be a bridge between what we can touch and what we can't understand. The creature was covered in black fur that moved like shadows with its every move. The air felt tense, like the woods were telling secrets about this mysterious being. When he looked into its dark eyes through the video, a strong, not good feeling came out. It was like the woods and the creature were keeping secrets together. After people saw the video, everyone gasped. The mysterious creature left a strong mark in the minds of those who watched. We still don't know what it wants or why it's here. The video became a mix of ideas and scared feelings. In the world of things we can't explain, this big, dark creature makes us wonder, how much danger is hiding in the shadows with Bigfoot? Pissed Bigfoot warned hunter and blind. In a big forest with lots of trees, there was a surprise. A video of a huge black creature, the famous Bigfoot. It was like a shadow against the tall trees, a mysterious giant hidden in the wild. The person making the video noticed something strange. Bigfoot looked mad. This was weird because Bigfoot is usually a mystery and not angry. Why it was upset was a secret lost in the deep forest. Something even stranger happened next. Bigfoot didn't just stay mad, it decided to do something about it. It checked out the person with the camera, showing its wild side. Suddenly, Bigfoot gathered big sticks and branches, making a bunch of weapons. Everyone watching, far away or on screens, got tense, waiting for what would happen next. Bigfoot, now armed with these makeshift tools, surprised everyone with its skill. It threw the wooden stuff at the person with the camera, each throw a mix of amazement and fear. The forest turned into a kind of stage, where nature made a show of a surprising fight between a person and a legendary creature. No one could understand why Bigfoot was so angry. Was it because someone came into its special home, or was it just annoyed at being on camera? The reason stayed hidden in the wild woods. People who saw this were both amazed and scared, feeling a strong mix of wonder and worry. The Bigfoot story, usually just whispers and blurry pictures, became something new in the modern age, leaving behind lots of questions and a scary memory of a huge creature showing its anger deep in the forest. Mysterious Creatures Forest Encounter. In a thick forest, a strange photo appeared showing a mysterious creature that didn't seem like any known animal. It looked like a mix of a monkey and something else standing there surrounded by a mysterious vibe. Covered in fur, it seemed to carry ancient stories, like it held secrets from a really long time ago. The creature had long limbs with claws, making it seem powerful and not like anything you'd see every day. Its eyes were super dark, like staring into a deep unknown place, giving off a sense of either wisdom or maybe something a bit scary. The mouth added to the mystery, as if it knew truths that could change how we see nature. The photo was taken in bright daylight, but the creature made shadows that felt like they were telling forgotten stories. The forest, usually a calm and familiar place, now held this mysterious thing. People who saw the photo were shocked, gasping at this strange encounter that went beyond what they thought they knew. People whispered under the old trees, wondering if it were a spirit protecting the forest, a creature from ancient tale, or something from places we can't even imagine. The once peaceful forest now hid a secret, calling out to those curious and brave enough to figure out what this mysterious being really was. With no clear answer to the creature's puzzle, the photo became proof that there's still big mysteries out there. In the heart of the forest where shadows tell stories, this mysterious being stayed hidden, challenging those who dared to explore and uncover its secrets. Mysterious Dogman. In the bright forest, a man chased his dog. The dog raced fast like it knew a big secret. Curious, the man followed through trees that whispered stories. Deeper in, shadows stuck to leaves like quiet ghosts. Suddenly, in the middle of the woods, he saw something huge. A mix of man and beast moving gracefully. Weird energy filled the air. Was it a guardian or a stranger from far-off places? Fear gripped the man. His dog stopped, watching the mysterious creature. What brought them here? The familiar forest now felt strange. Scared, the man decided to go back. The forest echoed with his steps, blending with nature's spooky sounds. The mystery lingered, a giant dogman, a guardian, or maybe just a trick of shadows. The man left and the secret stayed hidden. A strange moment in the greenery that puzzled those who heard about it, a story that stayed a question forever. Nobody knew what it really was and left everyone scared. It was totally a mysterious scene. Creepy Skinwalker. With a bone-chilling trail cam capture, an enigmatic creature reminiscent of a skinwalker alien materialized from the depths of darkness. Its disturbingly slender physique and unsettling hands adorned with 3 to 4 fingers held observers in a trance. Though skeptics cast doubt on its legitimacy, the disquieting video has undeniably sent shivers down the spines of all who have witnessed it. Caution is urged in the shadows, for who can fathom what lies concealed in the obscurity, poised to unveil its mysterious secrets. A scary apartment. In a beloved apartment, a spooky mystery unfolded before a camera's lens. A young girl played badminton alone, but the shuttlecock moved as if by invisible hands. The room felt eerie and questions lingered. Was the girl real or from another world? The enigma blurred the lines between the known and the unknown. As the scene continued, it was clear the girl possessed an otherworldly power. Badminton turned into a paranormal show, and the girl danced to unseen forces. The apartment became a place where the supernatural met the everyday. In the end, more questions than answers remained. The apartment, once full of happy memories, now held a chilling secret. The girl's actions, guided by mysterious forces, left a mark hinting at unexplainable realms and powers. In that cherished apartment, the normal and the supernatural mixed, leaving a lasting enigma for all who saw it. A live frozen monster? Deep in the freezing Antarctic, someone was on an adventurous journey to explore the secrets of the ocean's deepest part. They were going down into the cold, dark water when their equipment started making a strange noise. They got scared and looked around. What they saw gave them a big fright. Under the icy surface, there was a terrifying creature with wide eyes and sharp teeth. It looked like something from another world. The person was so scared, they screamed, and the sound echoed in the cold, empty place. This scary event reminds us that there might be monsters hiding in unexpected places, even where we least expect them. So, the lesson is that sometimes we find spooky things when we explore unknown places. It's a reminder that there's still many mysteries in the world, and we need to be careful when we go on exciting adventures. Bigfoot chases a car. A camera captured one of the most strange sightings. A beast-like creature, huge and hairy, can be seen chasing after something, possibly a car. The video was shot by a camera in Russia, and it has left spectators baffled and scared at the same time. The beast can be seen running through the forest, although the quality of the video is not that good, but the eerie creature is visible. The Bigfoot is a legendary creature that is believed to reside deep inside forests. The creature looks rather like a huge humanoid, but has very strange features such as dark skin and hairy body, like that of an ape, and very large feet, as described by the name. The creature is not considered to be harmful, but its eerie features and huge size scares people off. It also makes a very creepy sound. Many people have witnessed the presence of this mythical creature. However, the true identity of this beast is still a mystery. Although video proofs and images have been circulating the internet for several years now, many people still refuse to believe if the creature really exists, or is it just a hoax, a misunderstanding, or some other creature that it's said to be Bigfoot. This is because the officials and authorities have not approved the claims of Bigfoot's existence to be true yet. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section.
What is that boy?
Mysterious beings playing with ice. In the daytime, something mysterious happened. Imagine a place like a zoo where secrets hide in plain sight. A secret camera caught something strange, a regular bucket not filled with normal water, but with icy pieces of mystery. 3 creatures, part wild and part water spirit, played in this frozen world. Were they otters or something between the wild and the water? It's hard to say. Their furry bodies sparkled in the light, hiding stories of unknown beginnings. 2 of these mystery beings danced with the icy bucket, moving like a magical performance. The frozen pieces, like bits of old stories, were their toys in the magical show. But the third one was different. Instead of dancing, it had a special role. Maybe it was a he or an it, but in this strange group, distinctions blurred. This creature gathered frozen cubes in its belly, creating a mysterious connection with the icy cubes. It was like a secret language only they understood. Watching the video, you see a person just peeking into this puzzling story, got caught in a tale of curiosity. The regular daylight hit a world beyond normal, leaving behind a feeling of awe and confusion. This strange scene, both interesting and tricky to understand, became a mark in the book of the unexplainable. A reminder that mysteries are present beneath the surface of everyday life. Horrible screaming. In the quiet evening of Canada, a mysterious video showed a strange scene under the snowy trees. The camera looked at a serious and scary forest with tall trees watching over everything. Deeper into the forest, weird sounds filled the cold air. These sounds were like screams of pain, making the peaceful snowy scene suddenly creepy. The screams echoed, giving a strange feeling to the whole place. Strangely, even though the moonlight created shadows, the source of the scary cries stayed hidden. You couldn't see anything making those sounds. It was like the forest itself was making them. Were these cries from animals we couldn't see, or was there some magical power in the dark woods creating this eerie noise? The more you watched, the more unsure and scared you felt, like the secrets of the snowy wilderness were hidden behind frost and mystery. The snow-covered trees stood silently like guards of a mysterious world where real life mixed with strange and ghostly things. Without a clear answer, your mind started thinking about strange possibilities. Were these cries from unseen creatures, or was there some hidden creature in the forest making these scary sounds? The video left you feeling uneasy, making you think about the mysteries hiding deep in the heart of the Canadian woods. Tall being doing push-ups. As the sun went down and the mountain got darker, the camera recorded something really strange. Up high on that lonely mountain, something unusual was happening. It looked like a person, but it wasn't quite right. This figure was incredibly tall, all stretched out, and it didn't have normal arms and legs. Instead, it had long, web-like hands that moved strangely as if it was doing push-ups. But the creepiest part was when the camera zoomed in even closer. It revealed that this figure had just one long snake-like leg tucked under its strange body. This bizarre mix of a human-like shape with these weird features gave you a chill. People who saw this on video could not stop wondering what in the world it could be. What was it doing up there on that faraway mountain? Was it guarding some ancient secret? Or maybe it meant something ominous? Or perhaps it was just a creature born out of the scariest nightmares. In the dim light of that mysterious evening, the camera captured something that didn't make sense at all. Those who saw it couldn't help but feel uneasy, haunted by the mystery of this tall, web-handed, single-legged being on that distant mountain, its true nature hidden in darkness. Mysterious giant on mountain. In the daytime on a lonely mountain, something strange happened. A camera captured it showing a huge person walking mysteriously. The mountain was dry and brown trees stood like guards in a quiet place. The video was like a secret message from the unknown. It revealed a giant figure walking with a strange grace. Each step felt like an old secret echoing from the mountain. The emptiness around made everything feel unreal, like a weird feeling in the air. The mountain, once just watching time pass, now had a strange visitor. A giant ghost-like figure that nobody could understand. The trees with their twisted branches seemed to share ancient secrets. As the giant moved, it felt like it was from another world. People watching were puzzled. Was it a creature from stories like Bigfoot? Or maybe something not from our world? The mysterious giant made everyone feel uneasy, a reminder that unknown things hide just out of sight. The video didn't explain it all, leaving viewers wondering what this huge thing really was. After seeing this strange event, people couldn't stop talking. The mountain, once peaceful, now held secrets waiting to unfold, wrapped in the light of day, ready to reveal the mysteries we can't understand. Enigma of Bigfoot. In a thick forest, a person walked alone. The wind whispered mysterious things, guiding the wanderer to an unusual sight. With only the weak daylight, the person decided to film what hid among the old trees. The camera caught something strange. Bigfoot, a huge creature moving mysteriously between light and dark. It walked with a strong purpose, like a ghost protecting nature's secrets.
He's moving. He's moving, he's moving, he's moving.
Zooming in, the footage revealed the creature's intense movements, showing its anger as it moved among the trees, leaving everyone confused. The person feeling their heart race with the creature's wild beast found more than just a video. A giant footprint in the dirt hinted at the massive thing that had walked there. The air felt strange, like something magical had happened.
You can see a little bit where it's smashed. See the toes.
The footprints told stories of an unseen creature, a secret keeper. Why did Bigfoot choose this spectral forest? What made it dance angrily through the trees? The ancient forest stayed quiet, keeping its secrets hidden in the rustling leaves. The person who accidentally saw this amazing thing felt a mix of wonder and fear. Afterwards, a deep silence covered the forest, like the trees were holding their breath after meeting something they couldn't understand.
He's moving. He's moving, he's moving, he's moving.
The mystery of Bigfoot, caught in quick pictures and hidden footprints, affected everyone who saw it, making them feel both surprised and curious about the unknown. Mysterious werewolf encounter. In a spooky hospital room, there was a video of a hurt werewolf. It was big and scary with long arms and legs, covered in hair and with long nails. It looked wild. The video made it mysterious, like a secret. We didn't know why it was in the hospital, maybe for science or research. The werewolf seemed to have a history of being dangerous, living in darkness. People talked about rangers like they were trying to control the werewolf, but we weren't sure if it was a dangerous enemy or just unlucky. The video ended, but the mystery stayed. We couldn't understand why the werewolf was hurt, and the questions didn't go away. It felt like a story hidden in the shadows, full of things we didn't know. The werewolf in the video became a symbol of mystery, frozen in time. We couldn't figure out its real story, and it stayed a secret, lost in the uncertainty of the hospital room. The video left us with a strange feeling, like we were on the edge of something unknown, and the werewolf became a spooky puzzle waiting to be solved. Werewolf Santa's mysterious encounter. In the dark night where shadows played hide and seek, a secret video showed something strange. The dark was like a big mystery hiding regular things. But then, a sneaky camera light uncovered something really interesting. Guess who showed up? A werewolf Santa. Imagine Santa with fur like a werewolf. Weird, right? Oh my! The camera caught this not-so-normal Santa under its bright light. The werewolf had a grip on a little toy, a puppy. Strange, huh? A big scary werewolf playing with a tiny puppy toy. The video made me wonder, why is the werewolf pretending to be Santa? And why is it acting hungry for a toy in the middle of the night? It's like mixing up things that don't usually go together. The camera light made the scene look like it was from another world, with long shadows talking in a quiet way. The mix of spooky and sort of cute kept me stuck, not sure what to think. In those quick moments on the video, the werewolf Santa wanting to munch on a toy made a puzzling story. The dark didn't hide things anymore. It showed a story that's not normal, making me think and wonder a lot.
Oh my...
Russian Yeti. As the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness cloaked the surroundings, a camera captured an eerie spectacle. In the faint glow, an otherworldly figure emerged from the depths of the Russian woods. No ordinary sight, but a Russian Yeti, a creature spoken of in hushed tones among the locals. This enigmatic being pursued by a lone car along a desolate winding road, creating an atmosphere of suspense. Inside the vehicle, children screamed in terror, their fear seemingly transcending the screen and instilling a shared sense of unease among viewers. The peculiar cat and mouse game between the Yeti and the car heightened the tension, resembling a nightmarish scenario. The reason for the creature's appearance in such a remote location remained unknown. Was it a guardian or a harbinger of impending danger? The origins and purpose of the Russian Yeti became a perplexing enigma, fading into the haunting landscape. In that fleeting and surreal moment, the line between reality and the inexplicable blurred, leaving us with lingering questions about that chilling night in the heart of the Russian wilderness. Mysterious Mothman's cryptic flight. On the screen, there was a strange video with a mysterious creature. It had two ghostly arms and wings that moved quietly, carrying it into the sky. It looked like a shadowy person against the dark night, a puzzle hidden in the unknown. People talked in soft voices, mentioning the Mothman. Some thought it was a creature from old stories, part of legends and mysteries. Others wondered if it held secrets in unexplored places. But as the video continued, the real answers stayed tricky, slipping away like sand through fingers. People guessed and thought different things, trying to make sense of it. Some said the Mothman was real, telling stories of something beyond our world. Others who doubted unusual things asked different questions. They were curious but not sure what to believe. The creature flew, a mysterious dance in the vast sky, leaving only uncertainty behind. Without clear answers, it became a secret code, something too hard for regular minds to understand. Where it came from, why it was there, and what it really was became a cosmic mystery, a story written in the unknown stars. When the video ended, the mysterious creature disappeared from people's thoughts. The puzzle stayed unsolved, a question in everyone's mind, a reminder of how fascinating mysteries are, always calling curious people to explore the confusing paths of things we can't explain. Sasquatch's eerie forest dance. Deep in a mysterious forest, something strange happened in the bright daylight. A secret event unfolded and a hidden video revealed something that was really hard to understand. In the middle of the trees and shadows, a creature appeared. It was kind of hard to see because it moved in the dancing fire. This mysterious being moved in a strange and graceful way, leaving behind a sense of confusion.
Oh yeah, lots of fire.
No one could really figure out what it was, like a ghost moving through the fire. People who saw it started talking quietly. Some said it might be the famous Sasquatch, a creature from stories. They thought this legendary thing was now walking between what we know and what we think is made up, right in the middle of the fire. Even the fire seemed to act differently around it, moving aside like it respected this strange force.
Oh yeah, lots of fire.
As the creature went on, a weird feeling crept over the people watching. Fear took hold of them, like the natural world was unraveling right before their eyes. It was like a mix of things they knew and things they couldn't understand. A spooky dance of shadows and fire put together by powers beyond what people could grasp.
Oh yeah, lots of fire.
The video, like a secret message from another time, stayed in the minds of those who saw it. The mystery of the Sasquatch running through the fire stuck with them, a sign that deep in the forest, things we don't get might be waiting for someone brave enough to find out. The big question stayed: what secrets does the forest keep, and what strange powers are hidden there? Kyiv's enigmatic evening. As the sun set in Kyiv, a video showed something strange under a bridge. The road, usually busy with people, now had mysterious creatures in the dim light. They moved in a weird way, making the evening feel strange. It was like a secret show under the sky. Under the bridge, these mysterious creatures appeared. They were hard to see clearly, adding to the weird feeling. The air felt heavy, like something eerie was happening below the city's normal life. Watching the video made people nervous. What were these creatures, and where did they come from? The fear came from not knowing. The bridge, usually just a path, became a door to something mysterious. People guessed about these creatures, but no one had real answers. Were they from another world just visiting ours? Or were they protectors of an old secret bothered by the usual things above? The question stayed, and the video continued. The fear stayed too, making those who watched shiver. No one could solve the puzzle of these creatures' purpose. Kyiv, usually full of history, now had a new mystery. People were left scared and unsure about the strange night. The video became proof of something unexplainable, a moment with weird beings in the city's lights. With no answers, stories of magic and unknowns filled people's thoughts even after the video ended. That evening in Kyiv became a time when the normal and the mysterious mixed in a strange dance. Mysterious wolf sounds. In Scotland at night, the video showed dark scenes. It was like a black blanket covering everything, with shadows and secrets peeking through. The moon tried to shine its light, but the darkness stayed mysterious and puzzling. Strange sounds echoed from far away like a spooky wolf song. But was it really a wolf? The sounds stayed hidden, not telling where they came from. A creepy rhythm moved through the silent night, a mysterious whisper from a place we couldn't see. As the video went on, the sounds got louder, like a ghostly music playing from unseen places. The howls felt strange, not just like regular wolf sounds. Was it truly a wolf, or was some strange creature wandering in the Scottish night? The dark landscape showed shadows dancing, hiding more than showing. The camera was just watching, capturing the mystery of the night. It hinted at secrets lost at hidden places, where truth and mystery mixed in a forever dance. The person watching, just seeing this strange music of the night, didn't know what was real. The uncertainty stayed like a mist, a mark on that Scottish night story. The video ended, but the puzzle stayed, remembered as a question without an answer, a mystery that would always be there, lingering in the dark. Mysterious woods creature. In the woods, under the sunlight peeking through the leaves, a video showed something strange. A mysterious creature, all black and hidden in the shadows, kept its details secret. It was big and hard to see, like a ghost among the trees. People watching wondered about this mysterious thing in the woods. What was it there for? What was hiding under its dark surface? The forest, quiet and full of trees, kept its own secrets, making it tricky for anyone trying to figure things out. As the camera moved, the mystery got bigger, like reaching into your thoughts. What made this creature? Was it part of nature or something more mysterious? Its presence surprised and scared people at the same time. But why was it there, and what it wanted stayed unknown? Like a secret dance with things hard to understand. It became like a guard of secrets in the wild, showing that the woods hold many mysteries. The video only gave a quick look at what might be a bigger story, leaving everyone curious and puzzled. The daylight made the creature even more mysterious, each video frame adding more questions. The woods, usually a calm place, now had a hidden story. The mysterious creature stayed keeping its secrets and making people wonder about the unknown things in the heart of the forest. Eerie wolf encounter. In an old dark forest where leaves make soft sounds, a story happened. A ranger who watched over the wild alone walked through big trees. In this magical place where real and strange mix, his camera took a scary picture. A thing not from here showed up. A big wolf walking on two legs like a spirit of the wild. Its fur, a mix of shadows, took in moonlight, making it look unreal. It standed very tall, about 7 feet, and felt different, like it thinks more than regular animals. The wolf's legs were long, and at the end were sharp claws, like a message from the wild past. Its eyes shined with a smart kind of light, staring at the ranger, a visitor in its home. The air felt tight, like the trees were holding their breath, waiting for what comes next. Maybe fate played a soft song that night, as the wolf, thinking about what to do, stopped its hunt, a quiet chase of a surprised elk. It stopped like a ghost at a choice between hunting the ranger or the elk. The woods asked, attack the ranger or go after the elk? Fate said elk, and it ran away, feeling danger in the dark. The ranger, just watching this strange play, came out safe. The pictures he had showed a place where real and strange mix, making him knew the magic hidden in the old woods. Mysterious creature encounter. In the dark night, a strange video told a mysterious story. Someone secretly met a hidden creature barely seen against the black sky. The camera showed a spooky discovery, a creature shaped like a shadow. The video, like a dance with darkness, uncovered the secret creature. Its eyes, shining like unknown lights, broke through the darkness. A mysterious guard hiding behind a cold wall in the dark. As the brave person with the camera came closer, the creature quietly moved away like a ghostly dance. It disappeared into the dark corners, leaving only its bright eyes in the air. A confusing puzzle in the dark, making people wonder what it was. People started guessing in the quiet night. Some thought it might be a strange dog, like a myth. Others, who knew more about mysterious stories, whispered about a creature that could be both human and a beast, like a werewolf. But even with all the guesses, the real answer stayed hidden, lost in the mysterious dance between the person and the creature in the dark. A scene of not knowing, like a quiet dance at night. This strange moment stuck in people's minds, leaving them confused, trying to understand. In the story of things that are hard to explain, this night meeting became proof that amazing things hide just outside what we can understand. A mystery covered in shadows, a puzzle that no one solved, still lingering in the memories of that strange meeting. A dance with something unknown, remembered in the quiet whispers of the night. Mystical extraterrestrial encounter. On the screen, a weird video appeared, showing a strange picture. Taken from an airplane window, it was a huge alien creature hanging out in the sky above the clouds. The creature was so big, like a giant shadow against the misty background. It had long arms and legs reaching into the sky like they belonged to another world. What made it even stranger was a reflection, like a mirror image on the creature's surface, suggesting there's more to it than we see. It added another layer to the already confusing picture. People everywhere were puzzled by this discovery. In our everyday world, this weird thing showed up, making us question what we know. It hinted at something we can't understand, something hiding in plain sight. No one knew where it came from or why it was there. The mystery stuck around like a puzzle we couldn't solve. The whole thing made us uneasy, like a big question mark hanging in the air. Up there in the sky, a hidden world opened up, a place with strange creatures watching us quietly from the edges of what we know. The big question remained, just like the creature itself, what's behind the clouds, hidden where we can't see? Cow-eating snake. So get this, a lady who owns a cow catches something totally bizarre on camera. Her cow, just munching away in the field, is actually chowing down on a snake. The owner's face? Utter shock. She's standing there like, wait, what's happening?
Ew.
Picture this, the cow doing its cow thing, treating the snake like it's spaghetti or something. And get this, the cow seems super chill, like it's having the best meal ever. Meanwhile, the owner's probably thinking, is my cow for real right now? You got this strange scene of a cow casually having a snake for lunch, and the lady is just stuck there, eyes wide open.
seriously eating that.
It's like a nature show gone crazy. You'd think the cow might freak out, but nope, it's just happily munching away. The whole thing's so weird, you can't help but watch and wonder, what on earth did I just witness? Just a day in the life of a cow having a snake snack, and an owner left wondering if her cow missed the memo on what's normal to eat. Cosmic Enigma unveiled. A strange video appeared, kind of hidden and mysterious. It showed a weird picture sent to the UFO network. In the picture, there was something with wings that you couldn't see normally. It looked like a UFO, one of those unknown things in the sky. The strange part? It made no noise at all. People thought maybe it used anti-gravity or some other super cool tech. People who tried to figure it out talked about it being similar to the famous Roswell UFO. That's like a legendary story people tell about a weird thing in the sky. It's like a shadow in space, making people wonder what it really is. But even with all the talk, the mystery stayed a mystery. Nobody, no smart person could figure out what this winged mystery thing really was. It stayed hidden like a secret code written in the story of the universe. This strange dance of the Roswell-like thing became a forever puzzle, a song the universe sings that we just can't understand, keeping us curious and wondering about the things we don't know. Pissed Bigfoot warned hunter and blind. In a big forest with lots of trees, there was a surprise. A video of a huge black creature, the famous Bigfoot. It was like a shadow against the tall trees, a mysterious giant hidden in the wild. The person making the video noticed something strange. Bigfoot looked mad. This was weird because Bigfoot is usually a mystery and not angry. Why it was upset was a secret lost in the deep forest. Something even stranger happened next. Bigfoot didn't just stay mad, it decided to do something about it. It checked out the person with the camera, showing its wild side. Suddenly, Bigfoot gathered big sticks and branches, making a bunch of weapons. Everyone watching far away or on screens got tense, waiting for what would happen next. Bigfoot, now armed with these makeshift tools, surprised everyone with its skill. It threw the wooden stuff at the person with the camera, each throw a mix of amazement and fear. The forest turned into a kind of stage where nature made a show of a surprising fight between a person and a legendary creature. No one could understand why Bigfoot was so angry. Was it because someone came into its special home, or was it just annoyed at being on camera? The reason stayed hidden in the wild woods. People who saw this were both amazed and scared, feeling a strong mix of wonder and worry. The Bigfoot story, usually just whispers and blurry pictures, became something new in the modern age, leaving behind lots of questions and a scary memory of a huge creature showing its anger deep in the forest. Thank you for coming along on this spooky adventure with us. Subscribe to our channel if you want more spine-chilling stories and hair-raising encounters. We're always going into the deepest recesses to bring you the most intriguing and terrifying video ever captured on camera. And remember to set that notification bell to ensure you get all the updates on our fascinating adventures.
That's crazy.
Welcome to a world of mystery and spookiness, where things get a little weird and the woods have secrets that are hard to explain. Watch this trail cam video collection and join us on a journey into the strange and mysterious. Get ready for some creepy moments, strange sightings, and encounters with huge creatures that we cannot quite figure out. These moments were caught on cameras hidden deep in the wilderness, and they'll definitely make you question what you thought you knew. However, come explore the unknown with us, but be careful, the journey might be a bit scary, if you're up for it. Mystic Deer and Ghost. Deep in a mysterious forest, something strange happened. A secret show unfolded, caught by a hidden camera in the woods. A special deer appeared, kind of like a magical guardian in the middle of the spooky trees. Its eyes glowed in the dark night, making it look like something from another world. But then, a big change came. Out of the dark shadows, a see-through creature showed up. It was like a ghost moving really fast, faster than anything normal. No one could see its face because it was moving so quickly. The magical deer and the ghostly thing presented a weird view, like they were telling a scary story without words. Anyone watching got confused and a little scared. The see-through creature moved like smoke, leaving a mark on the hidden story of the forest. And then, just like that, the ghost appeared into the shadows where it came from. It was like a quick, quiet whisper in the windy, spooky forest. People left with a big question in their minds. What secrets hide in the shadows, and what are the invisible creatures in the mystical woods keeping to themselves? Alien Mermaid. Far, far away from Greenland, way down in the super chilly sea, something super strange happened. Two brave guys armed with a cool cam spark set out on a big adventure. They thought it was just a regular fishing trip, but boy were they wrong. When they threw their net into the icy water, guess what they caught? Not a fish, but a crazy cool creature, an alien mermaid. This mermaid had scales that sparkled like the northern lights. The guys were so surprised, staring at her shiny tail and magical eyes. The alien mermaid was not expecting this either. She was caught deep down underwater, and she started talking to the fishermen in a language they'd never heard. Her voice was like music from the ocean. The guys were both amazed and kind of scared. They could not believe they found such a weird and wonderful creature so far from home, wondering how she ended up in the freezing waters near Greenland. Hikers in the mountains. In the quiet woods, a hiker stopped on the path, looking at something strange. Up in a tree, peeping through the leaves, the hiker saw a busy cameraman below.
I look up, and there's this dude walking up on the road.
The hiker's eyes got big, and a confused face appeared. What is happening down there? The leaves above, moving in the wind, seemed to keep secrets. With a tilted head, the hiker looked closely, trying to see everything.
Look. My that's crazy.
A camera stood on sticks, pointing at a mysterious spot. Birds chirped like they knew something too. The hiker, hidden in the trees, felt like a secret viewer in a nature show. Leaning on the tree, the hiker just watched silently. The cameramen moved like they practiced, filming things not clear. A soft wind brought the smell of pine, making it even more magical.
Look. My that's crazy.
The hiker, surrounded by nature's show, kept watching, wondering what story the forest and the cameramen were telling. And so, under the leafy cover, the hiker stayed, taken by the quiet story in the middle of the wild. Explorer got attacked by Yeti. In a mysterious forest, a brave explorer went on a big adventure with just a camera. They wanted to capture the unknown beauty of nature, but things took a scary turn. Suddenly, a loud roar broke the peaceful silence, and huge furry creatures like the ones from stories appeared. The explorer got really scared as they realized they were facing Yetis, those legendary creatures. The camera shook as it tried to catch casts of the scary Yeti coming out from the trees. The calm forest turned into a battlefield between the explorer and the wild Yeti. It was a super tense situation as the explorer fought to stay safe, and the camera recorded every scary moment. In this nail-biting story, it's hard to tell what is real and what is just a legend. People watching are left wondering if the explorer will make it out of the Yeti's grasp, or if they'll become a part of the forest's hidden secrets. Strange creature. One spooky night deep in the jungle, something really creepy happened. A hidden camera in the tall trees saw it all. Picture this. The moon is shining weirdly, and out of the darkness comes this really scary creature. You can barely see its shape, but it's moving in a way that is like a nightmare from a scary story. This creature crawls in a strange, unsettling way, like it's intentionally trying to give you the chills. The camera catches its eyes, and they have this weird glow that makes your spine sting. The jungle, usually buzzing with night sounds, goes silent, like it's either amazed or spooked by this critter. Every time the creature takes a step, it's like a drumbeat in the quiet night. It moves through the dark jungle so smoothly, making everything feel uneasy. The jungle, full of secrets and shadows, accidentally shows off this mysterious visitor, and the camera is the only one who saw this weird dance in the middle of the wild. Mysterious Bigfoot Forest Enigma. In a big green forest, something strange happened. The sun looked down on a calm river, and the sounds of the water mixed with the noises of the trees. The river, surrounded by tall green trees, shared secrets of the leaves that whispered in the breeze. In the bright daytime, something appeared, a ghostly figure moving through the woods. It was kind of hard to see, like a mystery in the edge of your eyes. Was it part of the forest, or did it come from the dark parts? This thing, all wrapped up in mystery, looked like a huge legendary giant. Maybe the secret protector of the wild, the one people called Bigfoot. Covered in fur and moved with a clear goal. In its big hands it held something, but nobody could figure out what it was or why it was there. As this mysterious creature walked through the trees, the air felt full of questions. Every step made people wonder, but the leaves in the river stayed silent. The forest, keeping its secrets, watched as the strange figure disappeared into the shadows. What made it wander around? The puzzle hung in the air, a mystery written into the forest story, leaving everyone looking for answers. The meeting of the everyday world and the magical unknown continued, a story untold in the ancient, tree-filled hideaway. Dogman caught on cam. In a quiet forest at sunset, something really amazing came off. A camera on a tree recorded a strange creature called a dogman. The sun went down, making long, dark, and thick trees. Suddenly, a noise in the bushes caught the camera's attention. A creature came out with a person's body, but a dog's head, sneaking through the trees. Its fur had browns and grays, making it blend in perfectly. The dogman's ears perked up, smelling the air to sense something close. In the fading sunlight, its eyes shone like magic. The camera zoomed in, showing the creature's strong body and dog-like features. The dogman moved smoothly, nearly like a ghost going through the forest with a blend of human and animal skills. People who saw the movie were really interested in the riddle critter. The dogman faded into the dark, leaving everyone curious and with lots of questions about what secrets the timber hides. Creepy man. In a quiet forest where trees share secrets with the wind, something spooky happened. A creepy man hidden in the darkness slowly came out, like a mysterious creature waking up.
Buddy! How you doing? Oh!
He moved without making a sound, like leaves rumoring in the night. A sneaky camera hidden in the trees recorded this scary moment. The lens showed the man's ghostly figure crawling out from the thick bushes, with his eyes giving off a weird glow.
Just some cruisers, man!
The moon's pale light touched his strange face, making the branches above seem scared. As the camera mugged each strange move, the air got really tense. The man's presence was like a scary puzzle the forest did not want to figure out. His crawling shadow against the dark background gave everyone goosebumps, telling a spooky story without words. The forest, once a peaceful place, now kept the secret of the crawling man, a mystery frozen in the camera's stare. The recorded video turned into a rumored tale shared by those who believed in spooky things, leaving a lasting memory in the scared soul of the woods.
Buddy! How you doing? Oh!
Mystical spider enigma. In the secret house, a secret video happened, taken by a hidden house camera. In the video, a man was just doing regular work in his backyard. He was cleaning up old stuff when something strange appeared from his garden, a huge spider. This spider felt like a mysterious sign as the daylight got weaker. The air got heavy, like the spider knew secrets wrapped up in its big body. The man went from surprise to real fear because this spider was way too big and creepy. He tried to use his cleaning tool to scare it away, but the spider didn't care. It kept moving slowly, like it had a plan, making the place feel spooky and quiet. In this weird dance between the man and the spider, fear took over the backyard. The man tried hard to hit the spider, making a scary noise. But here's the strange part. The spider, this magical giant bug, didn't care about the man's hits. It went on like it had a job to do, like it followed some kind of magic. The huge spider went after the man, not stopping. The man, just a regular person caught in fear, ran away. And then the video suddenly ended, like it had its own secrets. The mystery of the giant spider stayed like a puzzle in the dark, full of scary feelings, wonder, and places nobody knows. Massive sea creature. In a big, never-ending ocean, something really huge moved under the waves. One sunny day, a military helicopter flying over the sea saw a giant shadow swimming below. The people inside the helicopter could not believe what they were seeing, a gigantic ocean creature coming up from the deep. It was like a super big ancient monster showing itself. The helicopter's blades were spinning fast as the military team figured out what to do. They stayed up in the air looking down and saw how massive the creature was. Its skin sparkled in the sunlight and the waves splashed against its really big body. Everyone on the helicopter got tense as they told their headquarters about finding this giant sea creature. It became a careful dance between the people and the monster. While the helicopter went around, the sea giant moved slower, maybe confused by the sudden visit. The military team, amazed and careful, quickly took movie and notes about this incredible discovery. Creepy encounter. In the spooky Appalachian Mountains, there is a scary story about a person exploring the thick jungle with just a camera. As they went deeper, the place got super quiet, and it felt like the trees were sharing old secrets. Things got really tense when the brave explorer saw something creepy. The camera caught it all, and it was so creepy that it made them shiver. The bushes hinted that something spooky was there, even though they could not see it. All of a sudden, the camera showed a strange figure hiding in the dark. It looked like a spooky dance of darkness and moonlight, giving the explorer a big scare. As this weird thing seemed to notice them and stared at the camera, the explorer was stuck, scared, and fascinated at the same time. They did not make a cast. The camera kept recording, showing a ghostly encounter in the Appalachian wilds. This creepy adventure left a scary memory, turning the once beautiful jungle into a place of secrets that will always give you the creeps. Strange creature. Once in a quiet farm, something weird got caught on camera. A strange creature not like anything you've seen. It had a long, strong, scaled tail like an alligator, but then was surprised. No arms. Yep, you got it right. No arms at all. The farmers doing their daily work could not believe their eyes when they found this odd creature. Its scaly tail moved around, swishing and swaying, going through the fields in a really interesting and kinda spooky way. The camera took a video of every moment, freezing the creature's picture with its special armless look. Lots of questions flew around the farm like busy freaks. What was this creature? Where did it come from? And the big one, style did it get by without arms? Everyone in town chatted about the mystery of the scaly-tailed creature, making the ordinary days on the farm feel a bit magical. Deep-sea creature. As the sun went down and depicted the sky with warm colors, a curious guy with a camera found something amazing at the empty beach. Wondering about a strange shape peeking from the beach, he decided to check it out. With every step, the creature revealed itself, and the man's eyes got big. He quickly aimed his camera, capturing the mysterious thing hidden there for who knows how long. The creature looked like it was from another world, with see-through fins that shimmered in the fading light. Its shiny scales suggested a life in the deep sea that people might not understand. Not bothered by the man snooping, the creature seemed to be peacefully asleep, keeping its secrets safe on the beach. The man, feeling a mix of amazement and nervousness, recorded lots of videos, making sure to remember this rare moment. As the camera clicked, a feeling of awe filled the air, making the man suppose about all the hidden mysteries beneath the surface of our everyday world. Sneak attack. In a quiet, sun-soaked influent, a mischievous alligator hatched a devious plan. With stealthy eyes lurking just above the water's surface, it observed a young boy casting his fishing line into the peaceful river. Suddenly, like a shadow in the murky depths, the alligator devised a sneak attack. With a swift charge, it burst forth from the water, jaws wide open, aiming to snatch the boy's prized catch.
I think this might have been a big time catcher.
The unsuspecting boy, absorbed in the thrill of the catch, was caught off guard. The splash echoed through the serene surroundings as the alligator's attempt was captured by a hidden camera. The reptilian thief's daring attack unfolded in a series of shots, freezing the heart-pounding moment when predator and prey collide. The boy, astonished by the unexpected assault, managed to escape with his fish, while the alligator sneaks back into the water, its snout disappearing beneath the ripples. The stolen moment, frozen in time by the cam, became a tale of the wild, a reminder of nature's unpredictable dance between survival and surprise.
I think this might have been a big time catcher.
Bear encounter. Once in a big wild jungle, two familiars decided to explore. They walked among tall trees and twisted vines, feeling excited about what was ahead. As they went further, they heard a noise in the bushes. Suddenly, a huge bear came out, its fur shining in the sunlight. The hikers got really scared and stood still. The bear was more curious than mean.
Go to the left side of the trail.
Left side of the trail.
It sniffed the air and stood up on its back legs. The hikers, hearts beating fast, stepped back slowly, trying not to upset the big animal.
Hey, bear.
The jungle got super quiet as this surprising meeting happened. Eventually, the bear, maybe tired of watching the scared humans, strolled back into the jungle. The hikers felt so relieved, realizing they had a close moment with the wild beauty. The jungle, once mysterious, became a story they'd tell for a long time, a story of bravery and the day they met a bear in the deep, wild heart of nature. Dogman werewolf caught on cam. Late one night in a deep jungle, a brave lady went camping with just her safe torch. Little did she know the forest had secrets she never imagined.
Oh, shit.
As the night got darker, her camera caught something spine-chilling. A black werewolf, part man, part dog, with glowing green eyes. This scary creature came out of the shadows, making her feel shivers. Suddenly, her camping adventure turned into a super scary meeting with something supernatural. The werewolf, with its fur standing up, came closer with a strange power. Its glowing eyes lit up the dark, making a really strange scene. The air felt heavy with suspense as the lady held onto her torch, feeling stuck in this unreal moment. The camera took a picture, saving the night when the jungle showed its mysterious habitant, the scary and mysterious dogman werewolf. Dangerous animal spotted. Two fearless guys went on an exciting trip and suddenly came face to face with a mammoth, scary animal, kind of like a rhino. Their hearts were beating super fast as they hid behind big trees holding onto sticks for dear life. This massive beast with super thick skin that looked like armor stomped around in the thick jungle, not even noticing the two guys hiding. The guys got really tense, gripping their stick weapons, eyes wide with a mix of amazement and fear. The huge animal's horn shape loomed in the background, caught on camera in a moment that was both super cool and kinda scary. The air was heavy with nerves as the guys planned their next move, figuring out how far they were from the animal. It was like a movie scene with a big showdown between people and nature, and nobody knew what would happen. Bigfoot's mysterious skull. In the quiet daytime, a strange video shows a huge black skull, a mysterious leftover from the hidden parts of the world. It's got big, scary teeth, making a spooky shape against the normal background. As the video goes on, a strange face appears full of secrets, leaving anyone who sees it feeling a bit uneasy. Nobody really knows what this big thing is. It used to be called Bigfoot, a mythical creature wandering the woods. But now, it's just a memory of something powerful. The skull, all alone, tells a creepy story. People who find this strange video can't stop wondering what happened. The forest, good at keeping secrets, hides the story of what went down. It won't share the windy whisper or the giant footprints. Was it something from space or a secret fight between hunters and the hunted? The story of the lonely skull keeps bouncing around in the quiet, making people really curious to figure out what really went on with Bigfoot, lost in the hidden parts of the daytime. Turtle in the river. Once upon a sunny day near the river, a curious turtle decided to go for a swim. As he swam along, something really big caught his eye. The turtle was so interested that he turned around, twitched his little flippers, and started swimming backward to see it better. His eyes got super wide when a giant fish came up from the deep river. The water sparkled as the fish moved gracefully, and the turtle could not look away. Slowly and steadily, the turtle kept up with the big fish, like they were dancing in the water. The swash turned into a magical stage where the turtle was amazed by how huge and beautiful the fish was. A special feeling filled the quiet river as the turtle and the fish shared a quick moment, with the turtle swimming backward to enjoy every bit of the fantastic fish. And that is how, in the calm river flow, this surprising meeting happened, giving the turtle a story to keep in his heart. King of the Jungle. Deep in a huge wild forest, a big royal animal with a shiny gold-colored mane and strong paws went on a special journey. One sunny day, while the sky was all warm and painted with colors, the lion found a place it had never seen before. It was really interesting, so it looked around with its sharp eyes, and something really magical happened. A bright, sunny spot appeared, full of various plants, as the lion went in more. A soft breath brought the smell of flowers it did not know. All of a sudden, a crackling sound caught its attention. Through the thick leaves, the lion saw flickering flames making a warm and light show. Feeling curious and forgetting to be careful, the lion moved closer to the sound. In between the trees, it found an open space where a captivating fire was making crackling sounds and spreading a warm light on the ground. The lion, totally caught up in this amazing sight, sat down and watched the fire's enchanting hop in this secret part of the wild. Mysterious Dogman. This picture showed that in the dark forest, a strange scene unfolded. A mysterious creature, part wolf, part something else, walked quietly on a lonely road. It looked powerful and graceful dogman hidden in the dark. This creature seemed to be from another world, crossing into ours. Was it a protector of the mystical or a messenger with hidden stories? The road kept its secrets, not giving any clues. Under the moon's light, whispers of questions moved through the trees. Why was this creature here? What secrets did it bring? The answers stayed hidden. People couldn't understand the mysteries of this nighttime visitor, leaving only questions in the quiet woods. Cubs attack. Up high in the rough mountains, a big fight happened between a mommy bear and a huge daddy bear. The mommy bear had her cute babies with her, and she really wanted to protect them. The air felt super tense as the mommy bear, full of courage, faced the giant daddy bear. The little bear cubs stayed close, looking wide-eyed and curious, while their mama growled all tough. The daddy bear, super big with strong paws and a thick furry coat, did not back down. They both roared really loudly, making the mountains shake. The mommy bear, not scared of the big daddy, jumped into action, claws swiping through the cool mountain air. The baby bears watched in amazement as their mama defended them like a superhero. As the big fight got really intense, the whole mountain turned into a wild stage. It was like a survival game, and you could feel it in every moment. Even after the loud fight ended, the echoes stayed, marking the wild place where tough animals live, showing how strong and wild nature can be.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Dead sea animals. Once a brave explorer set off to a mysterious place with just his curiosity and a camera. As he wandered, he stumbled upon something that gave him chills. In this vast land, he set up a lifeless body that held a secret underwater world. Excitement filled him as he recorded the incredible scene. In the quiet land, the explorer's camera showed a bunch of sea creatures stuck inside the dead body. There were dolphins and various fish, all frozen in time.
Look at all these mussels. They're all gone. No survivors. Is he alive?
Surprisingly, the breathless body had unintentionally come to a safe place for these underwater creatures. The discoverer, amazed by this unexpected underwater graveyard, carefully filmed the unreal encounter. Through his camera lens, the once quiet land turned into a silent underwater home, revealing the sea's wonders. The explorer, amazed and humbled, kept going on his journey, carrying the extraordinary story of the surprising meeting between the land and the sea.
This is like a sea animal graveyard. Mr. Krabs! Barnacle!
Sea monsters. Far, far away, a brave explorer took a big adventure deep down in the huge, mysterious ocean waves. As they explored the deep blue sea, something amazing happened. They found a place where sea monsters used to live, but now they were like giant skeletons lying still on the ocean floor. These huge brutes, which were once really powerful and amazing, now did not move an inch. It was like a cemetery for ocean monsters. The explorer, who was super curious, discovered big fish remains and the bones of gigantic marine creatures. The aquatic graveyard was so quiet, and you could feel the stories of these big beings that lived a really long time ago. The ocean, which used to be their home, now gently held their bones. As the explorer's flashlight moved around, shadows played on the lifeless forms, showing the spooky beauty of the aquatic graveyard. In this sunken world, time seemed to stop, and the skeletons of the ocean monsters became quiet witness to the always changing ocean life. Bigfoot's face uncovered. One night, deep in a thick forest, a strange creature came out of the dark. The air felt heavy with excitement as the critter carefully walked up to a hidden camera. Suddenly, it showed its face to the camera, breaking the quiet of the night. Its eyes sparkled with magical wisdom, and its hidden face was now out in the open. In the dark, the moon made the creature's features visible in a mysterious way. The camera, like a quiet observer, took a picture of this rare moment, capturing it forever. A whispered thrill spread through the woods as the creature often talked about in stories revealed itself during the silent night. The picture, saved in the camera's memory, offered a peek into the unknown, making those who found it feel amazed and curious. Scary monster. In a quiet forest, a camera in the woods took a spooky picture. The photo shows a weird creature with glowing, scary eyes, kind of like a make-believe monster. This creature looks really big, almost like the legendary Bigfoot, and is just standing there in the dark trees. The picture makes you feel a bit spooked because of its shape and those glowing eyes. The tree branches make weird black, making the creature even more mysterious. This photo makes you think about strange creatures that might be hiding in the parts of our world we do not know much about. The picture is a bit fuzzy, adding to the mystery. Maybe it's just a weird trick with the light, or maybe it's something from a different world. This photo tells a spooky story about something we cannot explain, making the deep, dark forest seem even scarier. Treopfish. In the big ocean, something amazing happened when a camera recorded a cool video of a special whitefish. The water was super clear and sparkled in the sun, making the fish look even more awesome. This fish was all dressed up in shiny white scales, smoothly gliding through the water. Its fins moved like soft bodies, making it feel like it was dancing in a show. When the camera zoomed in, you could see all the tiny details of the fish, the pretty patterns on its scales and how its tail swayed back and forth in a nice rhythm. The underwater world came alive as the fish swam around, sometimes zipping between coral formations with quick and clever moves. The simple white color made the fish stand out, turning it into the star of this aquatic dance. Watching this cool video lets you see a look into the fish's life, making you feel amazed and happy about the beauty hiding behind the sea. Huge wild boars. Alright, so the trail camera goes into the night mode, right? And what does it find? A gang of massive wild boars doing a midnight march in the creepy woods. I'm talking big, burly pigs strutting around like they own the place. Now add some eerie vibes to the mix. It's pitch dark. The woods are lurking in shadows, and these colossal boars are just parading through. But here's the kicker. Their eyes. Those eyes are like mini flashlights glowing in the dark, giving off some serious spooky movie vibes. Imagine stumbling upon this footage in the dead of night. You've got these huge shadowy boars, their eyes shining like something out of a horror flick. It's like the wild decided to host its own midnight monster parade. Nature can be a real show-off, especially when it's got a bunch of oversized glow-eyed boars strutting their stuff in the darkness. Gives you a whole new appreciation for daylight, doesn't it? River otter. One sunny day by the river, something strange happened. A curious otter popped out of the water, its shiny, wet fur sparkling in the sun. A hidden camera nearby caught the otter's surprise visit. When the otter saw the camera, it paused for a moment, like it knew someone was watching. The little creature quickly checked around, then zoomed away into the bushes. The quiet river saw it all, only leaving a few ripples where the otter showed up. The camera, like a quiet spy, recorded everything with its staring eye. Why did the otter come up? What secrets did it carry as it vanished into the bushes? The river kept its mysteries, flowing calmly, making everyone watching feel curious and full of questions. The otter's short visit turned the peaceful scene into a bit of a puzzle, adding more excitement to the air. Creature on a trail cam. In the quiet woods, a mysterious snap snapped on a trail cam reveals a mysterious creature. Glowing eyes enter through the blurry image, shrouded in closeness. What could it be? A thrilling snapshot leaves us questioning, our curiosity aroused. The close view adds suspense, inviting us to imagine the unknown lurking in the dark. Intrigue deepens with each pixel, a visual story waiting to be untwisted. The calm turtle. On a sunny day in the big blue ocean, a man on a jet ski noticed something curious. His camera captured the moment when he saw a little turtle struggling with unwanted hitchhikers. Crabs. The man with a heart as big as the sea quickly sprang into action. Carefully, he scooped up the turtle and brought it onto his jet ski. With gentle hands, he started removing the pesky crabs from the turtle shell one by one. The camera caught every detail of the man's focused expression, and the tiny crabs scuttling away. As the last crab was lifted off, the man smiled at the camera, triumphant in his mission to help the sea creature. With great care, he returned the turtle to its natural home, gently placing it back into the cool, refreshing water. The turtle, free from its unwelcome guests, swam away happily, and the man on the jet ski watched with satisfaction. Wild deer. Guess what the trail camera caught this time? A wild deer just doing its munching thing right in front of the lens. Picture this chill deer casually strolling in the camera's frame, totally clueless about the paparazzi moment it's starring in. It's on a mission though, not for fame, but for food. The camera catches it in the act, nose to the ground, probably hunting for the deer version of a gourmet meal. And get this, the deer is so absorbed in its quest for snacks that it's blissfully unaware of the camera playing nature's spy. No fancy poses or staged scenes, just a deer living its best woodland life. It's like accidentally catching your friend doing something goofy when they think no one's watching. Nature's got its own reality show, and this deer is the laid-back star. Not bothered by the hidden camera action, just another day in the wild munching and wandering, while the camera quietly captures the deer's tasty adventure. Owl chicks. One sunny day on the farm, a camera person sneaked through the fields, excited to see some special guests. Baby burrowing owls. With a camera in hand, they carefully approached the owls' homes, like they were stepping into a secret world. When they peeked inside, the little fluffy owls looked right back with big, curious eyes. The camera made a soft click, capturing their cute moments. The baby owls, not knowing someone was watching, played and made happy sounds, showing off their fluffy cuteness. The camera person, hiding behind a tall lawn, took pictures of the owlets' everyday fun. The sun painted a warm picture, freezing the moment like a snap. The little owls, not bothered by the camera, kept on having their playful day with the camera person quietly watching. In this quiet part of the farm, the camera person and the owls had a special connection, an unspoken promise to save the magic of their daily lives through the camera's lens. Deer in danger. Once in a big green forest, there was a deer with soft brown fur. One sunny day, he felt something weird, like danger in the air. His eyes got big and he sniffed around, trying to catch any trouble. He walked carefully through tall trees and rustled leaves, listening for strange sounds. As he went deeper into the forest, the feeling of danger got stronger. The deer's heart raced and he heard leaves rustling and footsteps away. Scared, he ran fast through the trees, his hooves thumping on the soft ground. The forest turned into a green blur as he dodged through the trees, trying to escape the unseen danger. Branches touched him, but he did not stop. The deer kept running, following his instinct to get away from the lurking danger. Finally, in a hidden spot, he stopped breathing hard and heated. The forest was quiet. The deer, still a bit scared, took a moment to catch his breath before slowly continuing his journey through the mysterious woods. Bear and wolf. In a big green jungle, a bear and a wolf were looking for a yummy snack. They ran through the thick trees, smelling the air with excitement. Suddenly, they heard a mysterious click in the forest. Confused, the bear and the wolf stopped. Little did they know, a sneaky trail camera had taken video of their snack adventure. The bear tilted its head and the wolf perked up its ears. They looked at each other, wondering where that strange sound came from. The jungle stayed quiet, except for the soft rustle of leaves. Without knowing it, the trail camera still took a video of everything. But the bear and the wolf did not let the camera bother them. They continued their hunt for a snack with determined steps. Through the tall trees and hidden places, they went on their adventure. The jungle, full of secrets, was the stage for their fun story, while the trail camera silently took shots, capturing the tale of the bear and the wolf hunting for a tasty treat. Fox with their babies. In the deep jungle, a smart fox and her fluffy babies were caught on camera in the bright daylight. The mom fox, with her reddish-brown fur, led her little ones through the lively green jungle. The camera showed them playing, jumping, and rolling around in the soft sunlit leaves. Mom fox, always alert, guided her curious babies through the jungle's tall grass and big trees. The camera kept taking filmland, landing happy moments as the playful baby foxes hopped on twigs and raced under the warm sun. The jungle, usually a mysterious place, turned into a stage for this wonderful family adventure. The camera's lens caught the baby foxes being curious and their mom watching over them. It was like a snap of nature's beauty, showing how this fox family enjoyed their day in the sunlight. The jungle, a safe home for these foxes, told stories of togetherness and the simple happiness of spending a day under the sun's watchful eyes. Coyote chasing a rabbit. On a sunny day in the big farms, a fast coyote was chasing a quick rabbit. The rabbit, with its fluffy tail bouncing, ran in zigzags through the fields, trying to get down from the sly coyote. The sun made everything look golden as they raced around. In the prompting crops, the rabbit moved left and right, its ears twitching. The runner, quick and determined, followed nearly, keeping its eyes on the rabbit. A camera hard quietly watched, taking videos of the exciting chase. At the most intense moment, the rabbit made a quick dash, barely escaping the coyote. The camera clicked at the perfect time, landing the chase in one picture. The coyote briefly stopped, looked surprised. The rabbit, now far down, hopped to safety in the fields, leaving the coyote thinking about what could have been. This lively video caught by the camera shows a short and fast chase between two creatures in the big ranch. Bigfoot found. In a deep, dark jungle when the sun was setting, something amazing happened. A bunch of friends with just curiosity and a camera discovered a strange animal. It was big, hairy, and walked on two legs, like a person, but it was not one. It was Bigfoot. As the familiars carefully moved closer, the camera caught every move of the huge animal. They seemed as surprised as them. The jungle filled with gasps and whispers as the familiars marveled at the incredible find. The critter had big, kind eyes, and its giant feet made marks in the soft soil. The camera kept rolling, capturing the whole wild meeting. The familiars, a mix of excitement and disbelief in their faces, could not believe their luck. They found the legendary Bigfoot right there in the jungle. The evening felt thrilling with the unexpected, and the familiars could not show the amazing video to everyone. Little did they know, this surprise meeting would turn into a story that people would tell over and over, capturing the imaginations of everyone who heard it. Bear and moose fight. One night on a quiet farm, something crazy came off. A big bear and a tall moose, both kings of the forest, had a big fight in the dark. A special camera on the farm saw everything without making a sound. The bear, with its dark fur shining in the moonlight, faced the moose, whose antlers were like big crowns. They were like two wild superheroes having a big battle. The night was filled with growls and grunts as these huge animals clashed, and the farm got to see the exciting show. The camera, like a quiet spy in the dark, records video of every exciting moment. The bear's sharp claws and the moose's strong hooves danced in a wild way. The farm, usually calm, turned into a big fighting arena for these animal icons. In the quiet of the night, the camera took filmland of the strong and beautiful wilderness. After the bear and moose went down in the dark, the ranch stayed silent, knowing all the secrets of that wild and stupendous night. Deer with glowy eyes. In a quiet field where the grass stepped with the wind, a mysterious deer showed up. Its eyes glowed like little lanterns in the fading sun. The deer stood tall and proud, a dark shape against the evening sky. Everything got quiet, and all that was left was this puzzling animal with its alluring, shining eyes. Like it felt someone watching, the deer looked around with a curious tilt of its head. The air felt full of magic, and the night seemed to stop and hold its breath. Then, in a quick and graceful move, the deer disappeared into the darkness, leaving only a memory unknown to the deer. A hidden trail camera far away caught this magical moment. The glowy-eyed deer, a brief visitor in the field story, left behind questions and a bit of enchantment in the air. It waited for curious eyes to reveal the mystery of its nighttime visit. Mysterious row of orbs. One night, a home camera saw something amazing. In a cozy backyard, a magical thing occurred. The video shows a line of glowing spheres like tiny stars floating in the night sky. These shiny balls moved in a mysterious way, making the surroundings look peaceful and pretty. While the camera recorded this cool sight, the balls moved in a special way, like they were doing a dance in the sky. Their soft light made the dark backyard look like a dream. The orbs moved together like a silent show, making people watching feel amazed at the magical scene. The video, like a peek into magic, gives us a special moment. It reminds us that even in our own quiet homes, there might be awesome things happening. The calm night, made indeed more special by these glowing spheres, makes us curious and amazed at the beauty around us. Otter stealing fishes. In the dark night, something sneaky happened at a fancy spa. A special camera saw it all. Guess who the star was? An otter, not your usual hero, but tonight, it played the main part in a secret story. The video showed the otter doing something strange and clever. The tricky part was the electric fence. Everyone thought it would stop any animal. But not this otter. It glided through it like a ghost, adding more mystery to the night. The otter seemed to understand things we couldn't see, like it had a secret pact with the night. Then, the big surprise. The otter wanted a fish, a whole bunch, 50 of them. These weren't just any fish, they were like treasures in the water kingdom. When morning arrived, the spa was confused. How did the otter pull off this fishy mission so smoothly? People started talking about the otter like it was a nighttime genius, a fish-stealing maestro. The stolen fish now held a story, a mystery as deep as the night that watched it all happen. The otter, a water phantom, became the secret star, leaving everyone wondering about the strange, moonlit tale in the spa's quiet water world. Mystical forest fox. In a thick forest where shadows hide secrets under the trees, a video showed something mysterious. The sun, shining its gold light, uncovered a strange sight, a creature moving fast and tricky among the old trees. It was a mystery, like a wild secret of the woods. Watching the video made you curious. The creature, like a ghost in the woods, moved in a special way. At first, it was hard to see because of the light and dark, making you wonder if it was a story creature or a spirit taking care of the old trees. But then a surprise came. The mystery thing was just a wild fox, a messenger from the wild. Its orange-brown fur matched the colors of the forest ground, like a living ghost blending with nature. Even though we now knew it was a fox, we didn't understand why it was there. Like a ghost moving between different parts of the forest, the fox went from one place to another. At first, it looked like a cat, but if you look closely, it turned into a graceful fox. In the quiet sounds of leaves and the sunlight coming through the trees, the fox kept going mysteriously. It was like a protector of the forest's secrets, leaving everyone watching to wonder about the hidden stories beneath the green trees. Dogman kill. One night, a man found something strange in his backyard. As he walked under the bright moon, he saw a weird footprint in the soft ground. This print wasn't like any he'd seen before. It had 4 toe pads. He got really curious and bent down to look closer. In the quiet of the night, he thought about what this odd discovery could mean. It hit him that it might be a mark left by a dog, but not a normal one. The 4 clear prints suggested a clever and nimble creature. The man could not help but feel that this was not just a regular dog walk.
But look what I found. Tell me, what the is that?
Excitement bubbled up in him, and he could not oppose imagining what might have happened when it was dark. The 4-tone print was like a secret dispatch, and the man started figuring out the story of a mysterious dog's adventure in the night. With the knight as his partner in crime, the man went on a mental journey, unlocking the mysteries hidden in the Earth's marks.
But look what I found. Tell me, what the is that?
Dolphin stole a fish. Once upon a time near the ocean, some happy men caught a bunch of shiny fish. They were really proud of their hard work. They chatted excitedly about their big catch. Suddenly, a slick black dolphin showed up with a mischievous look in its eye. Quick as a wink, it grabbed a fish right from one man's hands. The men were surprised, their eyes wide open. The clever dolphin zoomed away, leaving the men laughing and shocked. At the same time, a sneaky camera filmed everything. The men's happy faces turning into surprise, then laughter, and the black dolphin making a quick getaway with its yummy catch. The stolen fish became the talk of the day, a story shared with amazed friends who could hardly believe a black dolphin could be such a tricky and fast thief in the daytime by the shining sea. And that is how the tale of the fish-stealing black dolphin spread throughout the beach city, adding a bit of excitement to their usual seaside days. Lucky chicken. Once on a sunny day, a brave chicken got mixed up and ended up in a place where unfriendly crocodiles lived. When the crocs saw the unexpected feathery visitor, they got really excited and started chasing the poor chicken. Hungry for a snack, feathers were everywhere as the chicken, realizing it was in big trouble, flapped its wings really hard. Luckily, it flew up into the air just in time, leaving the confused croc snapping at nothing below. The fortunate chicken soared through the sky, making happy noises, while the disappointed crocs watched. The chicken, now a hero in the sky, told the story of its narrow escape to its farm friends. So, with a wild adventure and a heart full of thanks, the lucky chicken kept having safe adventures, always steering clear of the empty crocodile's jaws. Snow leopard on trail cam. In the snowy night, a quiet wilderness turns into a mysterious stage under the glowing moon. A special camera catches a cast into the hidden world of a strong and sneaky snow leopard, its spotted fur disappearing in the frosty scenery. In the dark, the clever hunter drags its prey's limp bodies across the icy ground. It's like watching a secret play, with the snow making a crunchy sound under the leopard's soft paws. The camera sees the leopard's smooth moves, its muscles showing under the silver moonlight. The snow leopard's eyes shine with an old wisdom as it walks through the snowy land, alone in the big space. The prey, breathless in the snow, tells a sad story of the leopard's nightly hunt. The predator moves with a clear goal only known to the wild, creating a picture of survival in the freezing cold. The video from the camera shows a timeless form of life and death, where the snow leopard is the quiet ruler of the icy land, a ghostly protector of the snowy night. The brown bear. One sunny day in the mountains, a big brown bear decided to rest and came to a friendly man. The bear had a mix of dark and light brown fur, and its eyes sparkled with curiosity. The man, surprised but not scared, looked at the bear with a grin. They sat together, enjoying the peaceful mountain view. The bear seemed happy, looking at the man now and then as if sharing the joy. Birds chirped above, and a soft breeze moved the tree leaves hard. The two pals made a special scene, surrounded by nature's beauty. The guy, feeling calm, decided to share some nuts with the bear. He took them out, and to everyone's joy, the bear happily accepted. They sat together peacefully, creating an unexpected goodwill in the heart of the mountains. A story of harmony between a person and nature. Mountain lion screams. Deep in the thick jungle, a man sat quietly, watching and waiting. He held his weapon ready for any animal that might come his way. The air felt heavy with excitement as he anticipated a possible catch. Out of nowhere, a scary roar broke the peaceful scene. The man's heart raced and his eyes widened in surprise. Seemed to appear in the air, echoing the beats of his pounding heart. The jungle echoed with a loud roar of a lion, its powerful voice spreading throughout the trees. Fear took hold of the man, and he held his breath in suspense. In a panic, he looked around, trying to find where the frightening sound came from. The danger hung in the air. Every noise, every snap of a shoot added to the stress. The man, once a calm hunter, now felt like he hunted. The jungle, once a peaceful stage, turned into an intense story of survival, with a man right in the middle of it. Mountain lion killed the family cat. In a quiet place where people live, something really sad happened. A big cat from the mountains called a mountain lion hurt the family's favorite cat. The person who owns the house was very, very sad and told the super sad story to the person on the news.
It's very heartbreaking, and to see your kids.
With tears in their eyes, they talked about the night when the cat, who used to play a lot, got hurt by the wild mountain lion. While telling the story, the sad person took breaks and looked really, really worried. They said how it felt like a big loss and how they could not do anything to stop it. The person on the news was nice and listened carefully, showing they understood the sad feelings. Other people in the area also felt sad when they heard about it. The person who owned the house shared stories about the happy times with their cat. It was clear how much they loved the cat, and the sad event with the mountain lion made everyone realize how life with pets can be sensitive and sad sometimes. Otter caught by a trail cam. Under the moonlight, something cool happened in the woods. A smart otter, usually slick and playful, got into a little trouble. It all started when it was really dark, and the trees were covered in darkness. But guess what? A tricky camera was spying on our furry friend. With a sly look in its eyes, the otter went on a wild adventure, not realizing the camera was keeping an eye on it. The movie showed the otter doing all sorts of fun stuff, like twirling around in the dark. Its fur, once super clean, now looked all messy, telling the tale of its muddy adventure. The camera still watched as the otter played and did daring effects in the night. This exciting story of dark fun shows the otter's secret meetup with the night, captured in a bunch of cool movies. It's like a sneak peek into the awesome things that are when the sun goes to bed. Lion attack on man. As the sun went down behind the big trees in the jungle, some people exploring slipped upon a really scary sight. A man wearing torn clothes was in big trouble. There was a fierce lion circling him, looking super hungry. The air got tense as the travelers gasped, completely shocked and stuck in place. The man, with his eyes wide open and no way out, held onto his substitute weapon, trying really hard to stop the lion. His heart was pounding, just like the lion's growls that echoed in the thick bushes. The trippers, hiding in the gloom, watched still, scared and not able to breathe as the crazy scene unfolded. All of a sudden, the jungle got really loud with the sounds of the man and the lion fighting. The lion jumped, showing its teeth, and the man fought back with everything he had. In this wild fight for survival, the travelers saw nature's power, like a crazy music of life and death. The peaceful jungle was now a loud battleground where two strong forces fought to be the boss. Thank you for coming along on this spooky adventure with us. Subscribe to our channel if you want more spine-chilling stories and hair-raising encounters. We're always going into the deepest recesses to bring you the most intriguing and terrifying video ever captured on camera. And remember to set that notification bell to ensure you get all the updates on our fascinating adventures.